Yes, that hits the spot. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. This is Geaux Stros coming at you live from Hiroshima, Japan. It is 3:05 in the AM here. Guess what we've got on the plate today? Our very own Houston Astros at home. Hello, hello. At Minute Maid Park for Game 4 against the Los Angeles Angels. The Astros going for a sweep in this series. Another sweep in recent games. You'll have to forgive me if my speaking is not too loud because I don't want to disturb my neighbor. After all, it is in the middle of the night or the early morning. And the last thing I would want to do is be too loud so that it causes a problem for my neighbor. So I'm going to be talking a little subdued for the next few hours. I hope you're all good with that. A little chill for Game 4 today. Spencer Arrietty's on the mound for the Astros. He'll be facing Griffin Canning of the Angels. Take a look at the Astros lineup in just a second. January Sports, hey, nice to have you back. Sweet Richard, Clinch Manana, Clinch Manana. I sure hope. Oh yeah, tomorrow, Clinch tomorrow. Okay, that's right. For some reason I was thinking about the series. You'll have to forgive me, it is 3 in the morning. But yes, you're right. It'd be nice to see the Mariners go down today. Are they actually playing today? Let's take a quick look. I didn't check out the Mariners schedule for today. Yes, they are. They are playing in just a little bit. Another game against the Rangers. Hopefully the Rangers can take them down. It's amazing that the Rangers have done what they've done this year. Considering how they seemed so much better towards the end of the year last year. But it is what it is, so they say. Astros lineup for today. For those of you who arrived just a little early, I'll read it off for you. Jose Altuve is in at second base, and he leads off the batting per usual, followed by Yordan Alvarez. Alvarez is in left field today. Tucker will not be in the field, but he's batting third in the DH spot. We've got some Geaux Stros power at 4 with Bregman in the number 4 slot, followed by Yainer Diaz. It's an interesting change there. Diaz batting 5th. At first base, that means Caratini, the Batman himself, will be catching in the 6th slot, followed by Jeremy Pena. At short, Jason Hayward in right field today, and Jake Myers in center field. Myers has come through in some key moments recently. This series has been pretty good to Myers. I'd feel a lot better if I saw that Myers and Hayward, if these guys were batting over 250, and all of our other guys like 270 or so and up, if they were in Bregman, he's batting 254 right now. If these guys were actually batting 275 to 285 at least, then I'd feel really good, really, really good right now. Because Altuve has slipped a little bit. He's batting 296. Alvarez went down to 300. He was up to like 314, and he's brought that back up recently. He's at 305. Tucker's getting close to 300. He's batting 289 right now. But can you imagine the Astros having 4 batters over 300 and 4 batters over 275? How awesome would that be? The game's about ready to start off here. Arrieta's on the mound. He's facing Taylor Ward, the very first batter of the game here in the top of the first. Here comes the first official pitch of the game. High and inside, hit out to right field, and that's going to drop in for a hit. Alvarez, it looks like Alvarez had a chance to actually catch that one. He didn't move in very fast, though. I need to fix my preview there. Preview seems to be a little off. Oh, I got another weird thing going on where it's connecting this to my other screen. Here comes the next pitch to Zach Neto. That's in there for strike one. Let's try that. Comes the next pitch from Arrieta. That's in there for a strike. One runner on first after one pitch. One pitch in the game, a single to left field. I'm not sure why Jordan didn't charge that one and go for it. But as it stands, 2 strikes to Zach Neto with a runner on first, no outs. Here comes the next pitch to Neto, 0-2 count. Ooh, in the dirt outside. That's going to be ball 1. Name one team that doesn't play on Sunday. Name one team that doesn't play on Sunday. Do you mean this Sunday or just always don't play on Sunday? Is it some kind of religious thing or something? Arrieta steps off the mound for a moment. Resets the... I still want to say the shot clock. I'm so indoctrinated with the shot clock. The pitch clock. He resets the pitch clock. It's 1-2. Here's the pitch to Neto. Swing and a miss. Strikeout. Arrieta gets the K. So that is the first strikeout for Arrieta and first out of the inning. The good thing is the first batter got a hit on the very first pitch. So we don't have to worry about the stress of whether or not he's going to get a no-hitter. Now for the rest of the game, he can just get no hits. Just no-hit everybody. That's fine. Fine by me. Here comes a pitch to Brendan Drury, who's in at the third spot for the Angels. That's a strike. 95 miles an hour. Here comes a pitch. Fouled back, 96 miles an hour, and that'll be... I think this preview is just a little quick. We'll slow it down just a little bit. There we go. No balls and 2 strikes to Brendan Drury. Arrieta trying for his second strikeout of the game. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. That one's high. Ball 1. That's a little better. Sure has been a lot of scoring in this series. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Drury. Way outside, no competition there. Ball 2. And the count is even. Here comes the pitch to Drury. He hits that one and bounces quickly to Pena, and he's going to try to turn 2. He gets it on the short hop, tosses to Altuve. Altuve to first. There we go. Astros out of the inning with that double play. How do you like them apples? Good start to the game for Arrighetti, despite the little single that Yordan did not play very well, in my opinion. But the double play shuts it down. 3 up and 3 down as a result. Sweet Richard, you're going to have to help me out there. One team that doesn't play on Sunday. There is an interesting article online about a Little League team. There was a Mormon Little League team that was scheduled to play a game on Sunday, and they forfeited the game because they refused to play on Sunday. That's not really big news, but it's interesting. Not surprising, but interesting. Five people listening in right now. Very modest number, but it is early. We're going into the bottom of the first. The Astros will be up to bat in just a moment. Griffin Canning is on the mound today. He's got a 5.16 ERA. I checked out his numbers yesterday. The amount of hits and walks combined bode well for the Astros getting on base, their type of baseball. Altuve, my hero, is at the plate. First pitch to him is right on the outside corner for strike 1. .296 for Altuve right now. His average has slipped a little bit. Let's hope he can bring that back up to 300 today. That one's in the dirt. Ball 1. Count is even. Yeah, he was hit yesterday by the position player in the 8th inning. That was funny. The guy tried to throw like a knuckleball, and they both laughed about it. It was hilarious. It was only like 60 miles an hour. It was nothing. A little check swing on that one, but it was in there on the outside corner. Another strike. Altuve hasn't swung the bat yet. Check swing there. Just didn't really like it. Here's the next pitch to Altuve. He lines that one up the middle, and that's going to be easily caught by Mr. Perm, Jack Lopez. At second. Good hit, just in the wrong spot. Hit it straight up the middle. Almost a leadoff hit by Altuve. Yordan Alvarez is at the plate now, guys. One of the 2 hitters that just mopped the floor with the Angels yesterday. First pitch to him is just on the inside low corner. Yordan's not happy with it. Can't blame him. I mean, it's close, but it's not that good. Not a good pitch to be calling a strike, but also not too far out. I can't be too angry with the umpire for calling that, as long as he doesn't call him like 4 or 5 inches off the plate. Here's the next pitch. That one's in the inside corner, 94. Yordan knows that's a strike. He's like, yep. 0-2, just like that. 1 out, no runners on. Here's the pitch to Yordan. Canning throws that one way high. 94 miles an hour. Blip. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wherever you guys are in the world right now, wherever you happen to be listening from, I appreciate you joining. Appreciate you being here. Remember to like the video if you have the chance. I'd appreciate it. Here's the next pitch from Canning. This is hit up the middle, and that's exactly the right spot for a base hit. Astros have their first hit of the game and first base runner. Jordan hits it where I wish Altuve would have. That would have been back-to-back singles, but now we have a base runner. Not a really hard hit, but a perfectly placed hit by Alvarez. They were playing him so far over. The second baseman was playing so far over, there was a big gap right through that traditional second base spot. Last couple of games, Kevin, well, I did that again. Kyle Tucker has just spread the ball around the field. He's in the box now with 1 out. Jordan on base. His OPS right now is over 1.01. It's crazy. First pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 1. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Kyle Tucker. Ooh, that was a half swing, 88 miles an hour changeup. Strike 2. I'm just going to try to start calling him Kyle all the time, so I'll stop saying Kevin. I don't know why I say that. I'm trying to figure that out. I have one student that I have classes with every week, and his name is Kevin, so I keep thinking maybe that's the reason why I'm saying that over and over again. But it still doesn't make sense. Outside ball 1-2 to Kyle. King Kyle. You know, like King Kong or something. King Kyle. Oh, Tucker goes down on strikes with that swing and a miss in the dirt. Looking like Diaz with that swing. That was a far cry from the way he looked yesterday. Man, that ball was in the dirt. It was going straight to the bottom. Why did he swing at that? That ball was going straight down from the start. Out number 2, Jordan on the first. Alex Bregman comes to the plate. Bregman didn't even have a hit yesterday. He's the only guy in the lineup that did have a hit yesterday. He fouls this one up. Luckily, it floats out of play into the stands. Definitely don't need to see a foul or fly out to the infield again, Bregman. He should have a big game today, I think, since he did nothing yesterday. He was completely cold yesterday. So today I'm expecting big things from Bregman. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Oh, 81 right in there. How do you not launch on that one? That was a beautiful pitch to hit. Perfect. That was like thrown by a baby. 81. Mild curve right in the zone. Come on, man. That's like mild salsa right there. You got to dip that. Yeah. Little toss over to first base. Jordan not really a threat to steal. 0-2 is the count against Bregman. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Looks like they're going to get him right here, I think. And they do. 87 right in the zone. Bregman can't even touch it. Man, that ball didn't even have much movement on it. What in the world's going on with Bregman today? Taking strikes, missing stuff he should hit. Not just today, yesterday too. Bregman and Tucker go down swinging. 2 strikeouts for Canning that inning. So Alvarez and Altuve making contact with the ball, but Tucker and Bregman unable to touch it. We're going into the top of the second. 1 hit for each team, but no runs. What's going on in the chat? No new comments, but we've got 8 people listening in. How many likes? Should have at least 4. Let's see. Only have 2 guys. We've got a 25% like to view ratio. That's unacceptable. Make sure you like the video. You're sticking around longer than about 1 or 2 minutes. Please like the video. I'd appreciate it very much. Coming up at the top of the first. Let's see. It's not updated on the screen, but I think I can tell you. I think it'll be Wagaman, Moniak, and Ohapi. Ohapapapi. Harrigetti's back on the mound. Pretty interesting question. But they're giving stupid answers. There's an Astros. If you guys look at the hashtag Stro poll, it's if the Astros win a 3-game wild card series, who would be your choice for game 1 of an ALDS? They've got Renel Blanco, Spencer Arrighetti, and Justin Verlander on that list. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What kind of stupid question is that? Is there anybody, any fan out there at all that really thinks that Justin Verlander would be the starter in a 4-game series in the ALDS? Is there anybody who thinks that? Why wouldn't they put Kikuchi on that? That's ridiculous. 1-1 count to Wagaman. He grounds it over to Diaz, who rushes over to first and takes it no problem, out number 1. Good play there by Diaz. Everybody over there in the pitcher's corner jawing with Diaz. It's funny. One away. Wagaman is put down. That brings up Mickey Moniak. Here's the first pitch to Moniak. Right on the outside corner. I thought that was going to be called a strike. Look at that. That's a strike. That's a strike. He calls it a ball. Umpire yesterday was calling him a couple inches outside the zone. This guy can't call him on the edge of the zone. This one's hit to the side. Diaz gets that one too, but he has to throw it to Arrighetti, and it's a terrible throw over his head. Look at that terrible throw there. Arrighetti didn't focus on it too much either. I think he could have caught it. What a terrible play there. This is what makes Caratini or Singleton a better choice at first base. It's stuff like this. Look at that. Are you kidding me? Arrighetti could have caught that, though. He could have. But trying to get there, make the catch and get on the base, not necessarily that easy when you're in a rush. First pitch comes into Ohapi. That'll be a strike. So the Astros have a base runner instead of out number 2. After that nonsense. Hopefully they can get another double play and eliminate it. That'd be great. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Ohapi. Ohapi swings. That's an O strike. 0-2 on Ohapi. 0-2 on Ohapi. Quiet crowd right now. Here comes a pitch. This one's hit to right field, all the way back to the warning track. Hayward gets back there and he grabs it, tosses it in, no problem. That'll be out number 2. Not a bad drive by Ohapi, but he's put away by O'Hayward. Spencer Arrighetti gets the ball back and he wants to change it for another ball. Matt Dice comes to the plate, the catcher. The 7th batter in the lineup. Here comes the first pitch from Arrighetti as he settles into the rubber. 93 miles an hour outside. That'll be ball 1. Bam. Looks like the outfielders are playing pretty deep right here. Here's the next pitch. This is bounced to the first base side. And we strike one. 20 pitches now for Spaghetti Arrighetti. Spaghetti. Runner on first, 2 away. 1 ball, 1 strike to Matt Dice. Here's the pitch. Runner is going. Foul ball. He's going to have to go back, but that's strike 2. Head back to first, man. All that effort wasted. It's one of the things that I'm always seeing the Astros do is studying as the game goes, you know. Here comes the next pitch. Strike 3, another strikeout for Arrighetti. Blam. He's like, you know what? I'm tired of this inning. I just want to end it. Good job. Arrighetti showing what we call pitcher depression. I just want to end it all right here. Just want to end it all. Blam. Pitcher depression, baby. And there's the depression right there on his face. Pitcher depression. Thanks everyone for being here. We've got about 10 people listening in, following along at the moment. How many likes do we have? Do we have at least 5? Only 4. I am 1 shy of 50% like ratio. Like to view ratio. If you want to really help me out, click the like button. If you're not really interested in helping me out, click the like button. If you don't know how to click the like button, click the like button. If you're unsure about everything that I'm saying right now, click the like button. If you're not even on this video, if you're not watching this video, if you're somewhere else in the world and you have no idea about my channel, click the like button. Can you imagine if I had the power to do that? I would be the #1 YouTuber on earth. My channel would have like 12 views to 30 views or 40 views, and I'd have billions of likes, and people would be trying to figure that one out. YouTube would be probably investigating me to try to figure out how in the world I am gaming their system. If I could have people liking my videos unawares, that'd be a great hack to do. If I could be a hacker, that's what I would do. I would hack people's phones and computers while they are stationary, so that in the background they'd be viewing my videos and liking my videos, maybe even commenting. If someone could come up with that hack, can you imagine how powerful that would be to grow your YouTube channel? That would be interesting, wouldn't it? I think so. We are in the break right now. The Astros are coming up to bat. Leadoff batter is Yainer Diaz here in the bottom of the 2nd. Oh, there's already a strike. I missed the first pitch. My bad. And now there's a strike 2 with that swing and foul ball by Diaz. 0-2. Let's hope he doesn't swing at a ball in the dirt and strike out like he did a couple of times yesterday. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Diaz. That one is in the dirt. I guess Griffin Canning heard the pitch report. Diaz likes to strike out on balls in the dirt, and he tried to go down in the dirt and get him, but that one just wasn't close enough, I guess. 1 ball, 2 strikes is the count. Here comes the next pitch. Outside, ball 2. Good eye. Good eye by Diaz. Did you see what I did there? If you were watching, maybe so, but if not, I touched my eye and pulled it down like Diaz does when he gets hit. 2-2. Here's the pitch. This one's hit up the middle. It's going to get through. The diving Mr. Perm is not able to get that one. How do you like that? So Diaz preserves his 300 batting average with that hit, and he'll probably move it up maybe to 301. Astros have a leadoff base runner thanks to Diaz's nice solid strike. Nice good swing, good level, perfectly placed pitch for him to be hitting. And Mr. Perm, too much kink on his glove right there. He couldn't straighten out and get it. Caratini comes to the plate. Mr. Batman himself. That one's a little low, but taken for strike one. 0-1. Runner on first, no outs. He's batting left-handed against Canning. Here's the pitch. This one's hit to right field. Is it going to drop? Nope. Moniak's able to play it. He rushes in and catches it. Going to be a fly out to right center for the first out of the inning. You know, they have all these gimmicks and stuff, and they do like Fan Appreciation Day where maybe they give out some stuff, and they have all these special days where they give out stuff. But I have an idea. Why don't they have a Fan Appreciation Day where they just let people in for free? That would be awesome. Can you imagine how packed the stadium would be? First pitch to Pena is on the way, and that's in there for strike one. Catcher mishandles it and almost drops it. Kind of weird. Jeremy Pena's birthday's today. Yesterday's birthday was Diaz's birthday. He had a couple of doubles. Let's see if Pena can duplicate that. Let's see if he can double up on the doubles. Here's the 0-1 pitch. A little high and inside. Barely misses. Ball one. Boop. The flash. We want him on base. Come on, Pena. Diaz on first with one out. Pena muscles this one off. That one was a little inside. He fouls it off to the right side. At 3:36 in the morning. It took me a little bit to get up. My alarm went off and kind of didn't want to get up. But then I started thinking about the game, and it was able to help me roll out of bed. Pickoff play at first base almost gets Diaz. That was close. He was barely safe there. Yeah, that was really close. Replay shows he's barely back in there. Not close enough for a challenge, but it was close. 1-2 is the count against Pena. Here comes the pitch by Canning. Mr. Griffin. Long hold. He's waiting. Really, he might not be pitching here. He finally does. And Pena rips it to left field after a long delay. This really long delay by Canning, and then Pena just makes him pay for it by ripping it down to the wall. A double by Pena. Diaz moves over to third base, and the flash is on second. Really good opportunity now for the Astros. Couldn't be more perfect with Pena on second. Any decent hit here has a really high chance of scoring 2 runs. Only one out. The double play is off the board. Jason Hayward comes to the plate. The 8th batter in the lineup. Here's the first pitch to Hayward. Ball one. Little high. Two home runs and 6 RBIs with the Astros. Joe Espada coming out to the umpire, the home plate umpire, to have a little discussion. Not quite sure what about. I think it has something to do with the pitcher. Okay. Apparently there's some rules about a pitcher, whether he's going to pitch out of the stretch or go into a windup. And to my understanding, they're supposed to announce that. They're supposed to make that known, which they're going to do. And maybe he's not doing that. And so the umpire is wanting to clear that with the umpire. Espada is. Hayward goes after that next pitch, fouls it off. Man, he tried to pull a Pena there after that after that break. He fouls off the high fastball. 1-1. One out. 3-11 is Hayward with runners in scoring position. That's not bad. Let's see if he can bring that up. Right here. Here's the pitch. Little bouncer foul. Nice swing, just didn't get solid contact with it. Bounced it behind the plate there. Hayward gets a hit. I deserve some more coffee. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch to Hayward. Oh, that's in there for strike 3. Come on, man. You got to swing at that. Look at that. Are you kidding me? 88 miles an hour right in the zone, man. 88. Almost no movement at all on that pitch. Right in the zone, right there. And he takes it for strike 3. You can't do that. But that brings up our hot guy of the series, Jake Myers. Here's the first pitch to Myers. 88 also. And the outer part of the zone for strike 1. Why aren't these guys swinging at that? These are the kind of pitches I like to hit. Really fast fastball, curveballs, changeups. These are good pitches to hit. 87 just outside for ball 1. The count is even. Come on, Myers. You are the man right now. You're batting 9th, but you've had a good series. Let's continue the heat. Bring these guys home. Here's the pitch to Myers. He hits that one into right center, but that looks like it's going to be playable, and it is. That's out number 3. So the Astros strand both of their runners. And that's called B to the S. Nothing doing for the Astros. Despite 2 good hits, they come away with nothing. Absolutely disappointing inning for the Astros right there. But after that nonsense, I really deserve a second cup of coffee. So I'm going to pour my coffee right now, and I'll just show you guys, for those of you who are watching the video. Let me see if you, let me pull this up on my computer just to make sure you can see it. Yeah, there we go. You can see it. This is my coffee pour over. I've got my coffee in the top here, but you can see this is supposed to be the moon and the little rabbit. Can you see that? Right there? Oh, little rabbit. I got this while I was in China. Even the handle looks like the ear of a rabbit, if you can see that. Yeah, right there you can see it. It looks like a little rabbit ear. This came out around the, what I call the Mooncake Festival, but it's the Mid-Autumn Festival in China. And I call it the Mooncake Festival because they do have mooncakes during that time, but of course the festival isn't about mooncakes. Mooncakes are just something that they celebrate with. You know, they have mooncakes to eat. And Starbucks had this special pour over that you could buy. It was a limited edition pour over with the rabbit on it and the moon, and I got that. I need to turn my fan back on. Give me just a second. It started to get warm over here, and I realized that my fan shut off. It has a timer on it. I can reach over with my toe, turn that back on. Excellent. First pitch from Arrighetti against Gustavo Campero is just outside. Ball 1. All right, and I'm back in the driver's seat. 1-0 is the count. And that one is in the top of the zone for a strike. Count is even. 1-1. Man, they're talking about Javier and Urquidy. I almost forget about them sometimes. It's been so long since they've been in the game, but how great would it be to have them back and pitching well? Man, the Astros would be bomb then, right? They'd be fire. This one's hit high on the infield. It looks like Bregman's underneath it, and we'll put it away. He does. Infield fly, out number 1. That was a really high, towering fly ball by Campero. I need to add some hot water to my pour over here. Coffee will be ready in a few moments. quarter to 4 in the morning here. Mr. Perm is at the plate. Spencer Arrighetti straightens him up with a strike right there. Jack Lopez. I wonder if there's some hair care products called Jack Lopez. My name is Jack Lopez. These are my hair care products. I'm not just an MLB player. I'm a perm specialist. That bunt foul. That's 2 strikes on Mr. Perm. Man, take a look at these locks. Absolute beauty right there. It looks longer than they did yesterday. That is a ball. Just below the zone. 1-2. 1 away, no runners on. Here's the pitch. Fouled away, 89 in the top of the zone. Count remains 1-2. Beep. Oh yeah, baby, that coffee's almost ready. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. This one's hit hard to left field, and that's going to be down on 1 hop to Alvarez. He fires it back in. It was hit hard enough to where he's not going to be able to get a double. That's good, but unfortunately the Angels have another base runner with 1 out. Here comes the next pitch. That one was crazy in the dirt. That one didn't even get to the home plate. Front of the home plate area. Bounced off the ground. What a great catch by Caratini. What in the world is going on? Fromber has these peanuts, and he's drawing on the peanuts with a Sharpie. I have no idea what's going on over there. 1 ball and no strikes. That one's in there for a strike. Arrighetti gets the strike against Taylor Ward. Taylor Ward is the top of the batting order, the 1 slot. 1 ball, 1 strike. He did single his first at bat on the very first swing of the game. Here's the next pitch. About a foot outside. Ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike. The 34th pitch of the game on the way. Nope, not yet. He throws over to first. Lopez is back. Not sure exactly what's going on there. First base umpire is giving some kind of signal to Arrighetti. Fromber having too much fun over in the pitcher's pen. Here's the next pitch, and the runner goes. Lopez goes. Did he get thrown out? Altuve applies the tag. The throw by Caratini is there, but it looks like they're going to take a quick look at it. We're going to see. Lopez is confident that he didn't get thrown out. That was a good catch and throw by Caratini. Came up quick. Yeah, he's out for sure. Perfect throw and catch and tag. Everything there was perfect. They got him right before he got to the bag. He's out. They're not going to challenge it. So the Angels are not going to do a challenge, and Mr. Perm gets straightened out at second base. 2 away. Here's the next pitch. That's on the outside edge. Strike 2. Count is full. Arrighetti with an opportunity to get out of the inning here without any damage. Ward takes a timeout, steps out of the batter's box. Full count. No runners on, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Strike 3. Ward thought it was a walk. He throws his bat away. He goes to first base, and then he gets called out. Gotta love it when that happens. Out number 3. Another strikeout for Arrighetti. Astros threw 3 scoreless innings so far with the Angels. Angels with 2 hits, Astros with 3. Let's see if the Astros can come up with a run or 2 or 3 or 4 in the bottom of the third. My hero, Jose Altuve, is coming to the plate to lead off things in this inning. A nice leadoff hit by Altuve, maybe a double would be good. And then he advances on a wild pitch. And then a little bunt to score him. A bunt by Alvarez. Well, I mean, I think he's shown bunt before, hasn't he? I'm not sure that I've ever actually seen Jordan bunt the ball before, but I know that he showed bunt once, and I was very shocked by that. I was surprised. Anything going on in the chat right now? I missed a little bit. Let's see. DeLion, welcome back. Nice to see you again. Hope all is well. Do you keep track of prospects at all? To be honest, I can't say yes because I don't actively seek out information about prospects, DeLion, but I do follow a couple of channels. I follow some YouTube channels that update information about the Astros, and if they mention it, then I find out. But I don't have the time, unfortunately, to spend looking up information like that myself because I'm in school, so I've got too many other things to do besides look up the prospects information. First pitch to Altuve is on the outside corner for strike 1. But there are other guys doing that, so I really don't have to do that. Sweet Richard, yes. Yes, my first name is Brandon, although I've thought about changing that simply because I'd rather just choose a different name. It's not because I have anything against the name. It's just that my parents gave it to me. Maybe disconnecting that would be good for me. Long story, but I'll not get into it here. 0-2 against Altuve. Here comes the pitch. Come on, get a hit, man. That's way high, about 2 feet out of the zone. That was above Altuve's head, looked like. Yeah, it was. Ball 1. 1-2. Jose Altuve, the man with the plan. Where's that double, man? Here's the pitch. This one's bounced foul down the third baseline. Count remains 1-2. Canning getting close to 40 pitches. Here comes a 1-2 pitch to Altuve. Little low and outside. Did he go? They say he did not. That'll be ball 2. That was fair. He definitely did not go on that one. Two balls, 2 strikes. Here's the next pitch to Altuve. Low and away, ball 3. The count is full. Altuve comes back in the count. Here comes the next pitch. Low in the dirt, ball 4. Altuve gets on with a walk. Good take, man. It's hard to pitch to Altuve. Oh, I've already got a runner on base. I guess I don't have to update it now. Thanks, Altuve. He fixed it for me. All-time Astros with 300 average and 35 home run seasons. Jordan has had 2. Here's the next pitch to Alvarez. He skies that one out to left field. Is it going to be playable? It might be out of play, and it just barely bounces. It came down off the netting, actually. It wasn't in play, so luckily he'll get another opportunity. Strike 1 on Alvarez. Altuve with the leadoff walk. A nice hard fought at bat by Altuve. No outs. 0-1 is the count against Alvarez. Here comes the pitch. Outside, ball 1. Count is even. It's possible that Canning doesn't try to pitch in the zone to Alvarez here. We'll see. 1-1, here's the pitch. That one's way outside. Another one nowhere near the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike. If they throw him another ball, maybe they'll just put him on. Move Altuve to scoring position. It happens. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Long delay by Canning. Ooh, that was a good pitch on the outside corner, 88 miles an hour. I guess Jordan wasn't expecting one in the zone, but that one clipped the edge. The count is even, 2-2. Canning probably will go after him here. He throws over to first, but Altuve's back easily. No big lead off by Altuve. Here comes the 2-2 pitch to Alvarez. Little foul ball off a half swing. Count remains 2-2. Tucker on deck. 2-2 is the count. Altuve on first. Here comes the pitch to Alvarez. In the dirt, ball 3. Good take. That's what you call a Yiner strikeout ball. Full count on Jordan with no outs. Here comes the pitch from Canning. Altuve's running. A little hit and run that time. Fouled off on the right side. Rather the left side, third baseline. Count remains 3-2. Three balls and 2 strikes. We're going to have another full count pitch. It's on the way. Altuve goes again. It's fouled off again. 94 right in the zone. So Canning is going after Alvarez. He's trying to sneak it by him, but Alvarez is thwarting his plans. Altuve jogs back to first. They are banking on Alvarez not line driving that ball with Altuve on first. Altuve's on the move. Here's the pitch. This is hit hard to right field, all the way out, close to the wall, barely cut off at the warning track, but Altuve's easily going to get to third. Alvarez gets to second with a double. He books it to second. How do you like that? Slides in. Man, he was running fast. Can Jordan move that fast? Man, that was total opposite of how he was playing left field in the first inning when that ball came out there. Holy cow. Man, he came out fast. When Jordan, man, look at that. Whenever he hit that ball, he ran. He really wanted to stretch that one out, and he was able to do it after booking it. Don't see Jordan running that hard very often. He's huffing. Look at him on second. I think he kind of strained himself. And now Espada is out there checking on him. He may have ran too hard. They're checking his leg. Right now he's walking around. They're thinking he might have hurt himself a little bit whenever he slid by Neto at second base. We definitely don't want Jordan to be injured, but it doesn't look like it's too severe right now. Yeah, the slide just was a little hard, that's all. If you look at the slide right here, he bounces a little bit when he hits the ground. Yeah, he just hits the ground a little hard on that slide, I think. It looks like boom. I think he'll be all right. He's rubbing his ankle a little bit. Maybe when he came down on that hard slide, he tweaked his ankle or tweaked his knee a little bit. He's walking around. Difficult to say right now if he's going to come out or not. And it looks like they're going to take him out. That's going to be it for Jordan this game. He is walking. But man, he booked it so hard, and when he came down that slide, it looked like he just hit the ground a little hard. Dubon's chatting with Alvarez. It's likely that Dubon's going to be, yeah, he's in the game. They're going to put him on second. He might be staying in the game at left field too. That's unfortunate, but better for him to be out and rest and be on the safe side. That's not good, but I don't think it looks like a really big injury. It just looks like he tweaked himself a little bit when he hit the ground sliding. But it doesn't look so bad. So I think he's going to be all right. But let's, fingers crossed, that's not something you want to see as an Astros fan, that's for sure. Yes, sweet Richard, I do have some family issues. I mean, I know that many people do, but mine just got to a point of total disconnect, unfortunately. It's not what I wanted, but it's what I had to do. Alex Bregman comes to the plate, and he skies it up on the very first pitch. Is Altuve going to tag? He is. He's going to try to get home. Is he going to score? Yes, he is. Altuve is going to score on that. So Bregman puts it just far enough for Altuve to make it in. The throw is a little off target, and Altuve scoots in. So the speed of Altuve is able to get him over. Did Pena move over? Or did Dubon move over? Pena. Yeah. Altuve goes pretty quick. You can see just in there. 1-0 Astros. 1 out. I'm sorry, 1 out. Runner on third. This one's tapped to the pitcher. Well, they actually had runners on first and third. I'm not sure how that happened. Oh, okay. They walked Tucker. I completely missed that. Where they're showing the Altuve highlights, they intentionally walked Tucker. Tucker advances to second. Diaz grounds out to the pitcher. That's out number 2. Runners on second and third with 2 outs for Caratini. They show that replay so many times, I didn't even see them intentionally walk Tucker. But now Tucker's on second. 2 away. First pitch to Caratini is in there on the outside edge for strike 1. Let's see if he can drive in another run here. I know he can because he is the Batman. Here we go. 0-1 pitch to Caratini. High and outside, ball 1. Count is even. Here comes the pitch to Caratini. Bounce down the first baseline, foul, strike 2. One ball and 2 strikes. Come on, Batman. 4 hits for the Astros and 1 run right now. Caratini calls for timeout and steps out of the box for a moment. He wants a moment to have a little chat with Alfred. What should I do, Alfred? I really want to crush the ball. Or do that, Master Wayne. I mean, Caratini. That will be in the dirt. Even count, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. but it's not the second inning. It's the third inning. Here's the pitch. This one's grounded up the middle. Looks like it's going to be playable. Lob, play over to first. It barely gets there in time. That was a strange little lob. Why didn't he fire it a little harder? But that's going to be the third out. Astros don't get any more runs out of that. So the Astros have put a lot of base runners on this game, but they only have one run to show for it so far. Not a very good scoring ratio for the Astros right now. Runners left on base for the Astros. Bregman has left one on. Diaz has left two. Caratini has left three. Hayward has left two. Myers has left two. A total of 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. A total of 11 Astros have been left on base. That means there have been 11 chances for the Astros to move runners around and have not done it. 11 opportunities. And they've only... No. Let's change that. 12 opportunities. One converted. Just one. Let's see what's going on in the chat now. I can check it out finally. I have a break. What would I choose for a prospect? Is that what you're talking about? What would I choose? Are you talking about like what position would I choose? If you could clarify that for me, I'd appreciate it. But as far as position player, if I could choose a... Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Oh. Actually, I would just change it to something that's completely unique. There's a character that I created, and his name is Levian. I like to write different types of stories, but I used to be really big into fantasy stories, and I still am. But there's one particular character that I feel really embodies me, and his name is Levian Winterborn. And that's what I would like to call myself, Levian. It fits me. The character fits me, the story fits me, the name fits me. But I'm fighting cancer, so I might not even be around for a couple more years. Who knows? If I am, and things are looking better, then I'll strongly consider doing that. I think it's really not possible for me to do anything like that until I have the money and the ability to focus on it. Fouled away. Zach Neto is at the plate. That'll be strike number 2. 0-2 is the count. Eric Getty is ahead in the count. Jordan is fast, but I think he lacks acceleration. Yeah, he definitely does. He doesn't slide very well, apparently. I mean, how often does he slide at full speed? Not very often. And he hurt himself as soon as he tries. The pitch is inside. Neto tries to let it hit him on the leg, but it doesn't work out. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Might have sprained something a little bit. The Astros stream like a prize racehorse, and I get it. Yeah, I mean, his primary job is to hit the ball. He's not a bad outfielder, but he's not amazing. His strength is in his batting. So definitely they want him to focus on that. They don't need him to be injuring himself. But then again, if you're batting, you have to run. Do they not work with him on sliding? Strike 3. Up and in, swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Spencer Arrighetti. 85-mile-per-hour changeup on the inside and in. There's no chance for him to get that one. Out number 1. No runners on. Did I clear the base paths? No, I didn't. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to do that. There are no runners on. There we go. Here's the first pitch to Drury. Brandon Drury, who shares my name. That'll be strike 1, right in the middle of the plate. Here comes the next pitch from Arrighetti. Right on the inside corner, strike 2, 94. Drury looking like that wasn't a strike, but it was, my friend. It was. Actually, one of the reasons why I don't care too much for my name because I think the meaning behind the name and everything is fine. But my parents did not put thought into that. That one's hit out in the left field over Dubon's head. It's going to go all the way to the wall. That's a double for Drury. Dubon plays it, and this time he doesn't throw it into the ground. But that's a one-out double for Drury and the Angels. But the way I look at it is when you choose your child's name, I feel like you should put some thought into it. And my parents just saw an actor on TV and they saw his name in real life was Brandon. And they were like, that's a cute name. Let's choose that one. That was the only reason. But everybody else in my family was named after family members, not me. Little fly ball out to right field. Hayward puts it away. One pitch on Wagaman. And the runner does not advance. That'll be out number 2. Quick, easy out there for Arrighetti. 2 away. Runner remains on second. There's some irony in the names, though, guys, because I have one daughter. She's about to be 24 years old, but I haven't talked to her more than a year. Because ever since her mom took her away, she's just turned against me. She's treated me with disrespect and contempt. Strike one on that fake bunt attempt. Was that a real bunt attempt with 2 outs? Mickey Moniak with strike one on him. Here comes the next pitch from Arrighetti. A wild pitch. That bounces behind Caratini. Drury's going to move over to third, no problem. Ball 1. The count is even, 1-1. But the sad thing is that I wrote a story a long time ago, and in that story, one of the characters, I thought, I really like this name of the character. I wish I could have a daughter one day and name her this name. And I did. I did have a daughter, and I did name her that name. And then she changed it and lied to me about it. Legally changed it after she moved out with her mom. And then she bragged to everybody about changing it in order to hurt her dad, me. Filed away, strike 2. But she lied to me about it. She was bragging to everyone about using it to hurt me, but actually I didn't even know about it. And when I finally did, she lied to me about it. And so we don't talk anymore. Just sad. Strike 3. Arrighetti picks up the strikeout as I'm telling you sad stories. There we go. Out number 3, and that's going to do it for the top of the 4th. Arrighetti threw 4 scoreless innings, just 3 hits so far. Astros come up in the bottom of the 4th with a 1-0 lead. We'll see if they can tack some more runs on. That's cool, man. Thanks. I appreciate that. I flinch every time that man goes to the ground. Yeah, just anytime, even if there's a hit that requires some effort on Jordan's part to charge it and get to it in the outfield, I watch with a feeling of dread. But, in the first inning, I did give him some grief because he didn't charge that ball. There was a single that landed in front of him, and it just seemed playable by any player. If he had just ran. But as soon as the camera went out to left field, he was just jogging, and the ball bounced right in front of him. And I thought, if you had been running really hard and charging that ball, I think you could have caught it, maybe even without diving. But he didn't, and it dropped. The sad irony is that when he hit the ball, he ran his butt off and he hurt himself. Is that kind of like some kind of cruel irony? Maybe. I don't know. $14 people watching. It's a very slow day today so far for this stream. Maybe it's because it's an afternoon game, but it's Sunday for you guys. Most of you, right? I mean, it's 4:14 in the morning right now here in Japan. Much more difficult for me to be watching this game than it is to be watching it it's Sunday afternoon, right? Pena's at the plate, fouls off the first pitch for strike one. Pena does have a double, but was stranded in the second inning. Let's see if he can do that again and score this time. This one's a little outside for ball one. The count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Canning about to deliver his 59th pitch of the game. Right in the zone, but fouled off by Pena. Strike two. Several Astros with either 50 or almost 50 multi-hit games this season. They are doing a lot of like death by 1,000 cuts types games. That's kind of how the Astros have been hitting this year. Now that Tucker's back in the lineup, we have some more power, so that's nice. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Pena. This one's hit right to the pitcher. He catches it easily. Tosses it over to first, no problem. Out number 1. Easy out. Jason Hayward comes to the plate. It looked like Hayward had some good swings last at bat. It'd be nice to see him hit one solidly at this at bat. He did strike out, but here's the first pitch to him. That was low. Ball 1. Here comes the next pitch to Hayward. Ooh, man, 88 in the bottom of the zone. That looked like a strike. Do you see that right there? It was called a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Generous there on the on behalf of the ump. Here comes the pitch. Fouled off down the first base side. That'll be strike 1. It would have been funny if the umpire called that a ball. Ball 3. But he swung, ump. What's your point? That'd be like Ed Wood behind the plate. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Hayward hits that one hard down the first base line, but that's foul again for strike 2. That looks like a ground out. I'm already seeing the information on the screen down there. I wish that the MLB game day screen would mimic the game a little closer instead of showing that result before it even happens on the screen. But that's a ground out for Hayward, out number 2. Mr. Perm, Jack Lopez, gets the out. Myers comes to the plate. I wonder if I load my screen, I refresh my game, if I can get it updated just a little bit more. We'll see. First pitch to Myers is on the way. It's in there for a strike. Oh and 1 is the count with 2 outs, no runners on. Here's the pitch to Myers. Myers hits it hard into center field, but that's going to be easily playable, and out number 3. So 3 up and 3 down. Nothing doing for the Astros in the 4th inning. We're going to the top of the 5th. Astros leading 1-0. So after the scoring fiesta yesterday, the Astros can barely get a point on the board today despite having tons of base runners. What's going on in the chat? DeLine says, I wanted to change my middle name, family issues as well, but I do like the meaning. Yeah, you know, I've done research on my name just to find out, you know, what it means and all that good stuff, and I think it fits me, but for several reasons I'd like to change it. But the main thing is that my parents didn't put any thought into it, and my mom is gone now, but even before she was gone, neither she nor my dad have ever had a good relationship with me. It's been nothing but verbal abuse, and sometimes, in my dad's case, physical abuse, threats. And my older brother, my younger sister, also very abusive towards me. I was the scapegoat of the family. For those of you who understand what the scapegoat is, I was always blamed for everything. I don't really want to call it middle child syndrome, although it could be called that, because I got everything dumped on me. But I have studied psychology a lot, and the first several classes that I was able to study at the university, this was back when actually we could still get a little bit of education from the university. I learned a lot about various types of personalities and problems and conditions that people can have. And I realized that I was surrounded growing up by narcissists, sociopaths, and psychopaths in my family. Very first pitch to the first batter. Holy cow, what a play by Alex Bregman. Look at this. Old Hoppy lines it down the side there, the third base line, and Bregman makes a diving catch and then fires it over to first. One hopper to Diaz. What a beautiful play. How do you like this? Bregman with a little LSU power there. That's why I like to see him on third base. That's the one main thing that I like about Bregman is his awesome third base play. Yeah, Arrighetti quite happy about that. Can't blame him. First pitch to the next batter, Matt Thaiss, is in there for strike one. 0-1. Anyway, yeah, so I don't have a big connection to my family, and difficult to deal with health issues like cancer when you don't have that support. 1-1 is the count now. That low and inside pitch. Nice slow motion. Look at this diving catch by Bregman, man. And then coming up super fast and getting that throw over to first. Pro stuff right there. Next pitch is in there. Fouled off for strike two. 1-2. 1 out. No runners on. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Another strikeout for Arrighetti. Bregman looking all dirty like Jordan. The only difference is that he didn't injure himself on that dive. Swing and a miss up and in for Arrighetti. Out number 2. Bregman's getting a contract. He's sure working on it, but he's going to have to bat better, man. He hasn't been doing anything past couple of games. He's been ice cold. He needs to crank it up and turn it on. Here's the first pitch to Moniak. I'm sorry, Campero. Gustavo Campero is up. And that is what we call a strike. Barely. Right in the bottom of the zone. I mean, maybe a little outside. Or a little below. That one's right in there, 80 miles an hour, but a swing and a miss. Campero can't put his bat on it. Arrighetti trying for the strikeouts right now. That's what he wants, it looks like. 0-2 with 2 outs. 80 miles an hour on the outside corner. A little curve ball. Swing and a foul ball. Count remains 0-2. Bloop. 2 outs, no runners on. 0-2 is the count. Arrighetti trying to pick up another strikeout here. He has how many? Bregman's got another chance at a play in first. Another great play by Bregman on that ground ball to the left side. Bregman does it again. He starts off the outs in the inning and he ends them. Great catch, great throw by Bregman. Out number 3. Arrighetti's through the inning with only 3 hits total. No runs scored. How many strikeouts does Arrighetti have right now? He has 6. 6 strikeouts through 5 innings. That's not bad at all. That'll do. That'll do, Pig. That'll do. Due up for the Astros. Jose Altuve. followed by Dubon, who is now in the game for Yordan Alvarez, and then Kyle Tucker. It was a good thing that Yordan was in left field and not just DHing. I think that's better. Better to have Dubon out in the field than just DHing, I think. Tucker is the DH today. Going into the bottom of the fifth, I think the Astros have worn down the pitcher just enough. He's got 67 pitches in. Even though they only have 4 hits, they've been getting several runners on. I think they have a good opportunity to score some runs this inning with the top of the bat in order. Maybe Dubon can pick up where Yordan left off. We'll see. We will see. 15 people, 13 people watching right now. Very, very modest game today. I don't know what's going on. Are people watching NFL games or something? Is that what it is? 10 likes on the channel. A far cry from my goal of 20 for the day. But if you haven't liked the video already, please do so right now. You know, in the last 13 home games, the Astros are actually batting about .313 with runners in scoring position, which is not bad. Altuve takes the first pitch for ball 1. So at home, that's much better than normal. That next pitch is right in the outside corner for strike 1. That evens it up 1-1. Altuve looking for his first hit of the game. He does have 1 walk today. Here's the 1-1 pitch. This one's hit hard to left field. That might be gone, guys. That might be a homer. It's all the way out to left center, and it is gone. Altuve with a home run. How do you like that? He crushes it out. Doesn't even need to get into the Crawford boxes. He goes right under the relentless sign there. How do you like that? Jose Altuve with another home run, 391 feet, 104.4 miles an hour. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's my man. That is my man. That brings up Mauricio Dubon with no runners on, no outs. A leadoff home run by Altuve. He wastes no time. Instead of getting on base, he decides to just do it himself. Freaking awesome. Love you, Altuve. Thank you so much. Always love to see an Altuve home run. Here comes a pitch to Dubon. Fouls it off. Strike 1. 1-1 is the count against Dubon. Most 20-plus home run and plus 20 stolen base seasons. Altuve is now tied for first with all Astros with 3. 2016, 2017, and this year. How do you like that? 1 ball, 1 strike. Dubon took a little time out. Now he's back in the box. Here comes the pitch to Dubon. Right on the outside corner, strike 2. He didn't really like that pitch, but it was right on the edge. Can't really complain about it. Here comes a 1-2 pitch from Canning. Low and away. Half swing, but he holds up. Ball 2. And now he's eating. Altuve's having a snack after that. It looks like a muffin. What is he eating over there? Hilarious. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Well, he's earned a snack. And that's outside. Ball 3. Full count on Dubon. Dubon threatening to get on here. 75 pitches now for Canning. Here comes his next one. Low and away. Ball 4. Good at bat by Dubon after taking so many pitches. So he's on with no outs. Astros have a no-out base runner. Leadoff home run by Altuve, walk by Dubon. As I predicted before the inning started, this could be the beginning of the end for Canning. I just felt like the Astros were playing around. There's that home run by Altuve right under the relentless sign there. Look at this, right under it. Boom. Right in the relentless box, baby. There was a little break as Theis goes out to the mound to have a little chit-chat. Umpire says, all right, guys, that's enough. You know, you can talk about your fantasy leagues later. Tucker comes to the plate and immediately takes a timeout. He steps out the box. All right, he's back in now and ready to go. Runner on first. Here comes the pitch to Canning, or from Canning, not to Canning. A little high and outside, ball one. Here comes the next pitch, the 0-1 pitch to Tucker. Kyle Tucker. Low, ball two. My preview is a little delayed now that I've updated my live screen. Here comes the next pitch to Tucker. 2 balls, no strikes, no outs. Runner on first. High, ball 3. He's not putting anything in the zone for Tucker. He might walk him here. Why don't they do it on purpose? Might as well, instead of trying to throw it down the strike zone. Tucker might make you pay for it if you put it in the strike zone. 3 balls, no strikes. Here's the 80th pitch of the game for Canning. And it is swung on, fouled off. 87 in the top of the zone. Strike 1, 3-1. Come on, Tuck. 2-0 the Astros with 5 hits. Tucker at the plate with a 3-1 count. Dubon on first, no outs. Here's the pitch from Canning. Oh, right in there. Tucker takes a 92-mile-per-hour fastball right on the outside corner for strike 1. Man, that was a good pitch to be swinging on. You weren't ready for that one, man. Be ready for this one. Full count. Second full count in a row for Canning. Here comes the pitch. Dubon is running, and this is tapped to first. That's going to be an easy out, but Dubon is going to be safe at second. No problem. So 1 away. Dubon on second now. What a weak effort by Tucker at that at-bat. He had a good eye until he took the strike. And then he had a tapper. Pregame comes to the plate. Looking for a hit here. He's 0 for 1. That one's a little low, but called strike 1. It nicks the bottom of the zone. Umpire has been a little inconsistent with that call. Sometimes he calls it a strike, sometimes it's a ball. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Pregame. High and inside, ball 1. And that evens the count. Pregame really needs to do something offensively. He's been playing defense lights out as usual. But man, looking for him to really crank it up offensively here, especially with the end of the season coming up, playoffs knocking at the door. Swing and a miss. That one was almost in the dirt. 86 miles an hour. Strike 2. Don't need to do it like that, Breggy. Angels do have a pitcher warming up in the bullpen. Hunter Strickland. Strickland, I'll tell you what. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Alex Bregman. No. Umpire calls timeout. Says the umpire. The umpire says the catcher called timeout there. Not sure exactly what was going on. That'll reset the clock. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bregman. 1 out. Dubon on second. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. In the dirt, basically. 88 way down. Bregman went after it, fouled it off for strike 2. Or rather, another 1-2 count. Altuve money, more runs today, plays grand slam. Man, I'd love to see an Altuve grand slam. I would really love to see that. He needed that home run with bases loaded. He had 2 chances yesterday. This one's hit hard to right center field. Is it going to get down? It is. It's all the way to the wall, and it's over. That's a home run. Alex Bregman with a 2-run shot, guys, to right center field. 2 more runs on the board for the Astros. Look at that. 25 home runs this year for Alex Bregman. So our veterans, Jose Altuve and Alex Bregman, muscle out home runs in the same inning against Griffin Canning. Astros now up 4-0 over the Angels. This is looking better. And that's going to be it for Griffin Canning. The coach goes out to the mound to make a pitcher change. Looks like they're going to be bringing in Hunter Strickland. We're going to have a short break while they make a pitching change. Alex Bregman clears the bases. How do you like that, guys? Our veteran players clearing a path for the Astros. 3 runs scored courtesy of Jose Altuve and Alex Bregman this inning. Hunter Strickland apparently coming into the game, replacing Griffin Canning, and I called it accurately. Let's see here. Hunter Strickland, there his picture. I just had a gut feeling that it was going to be all she wrote for Canning this inning. With the top of the lineup coming up. And I was right. Thankfully, I was right. Hunter Strickland. I wonder if Hunter Strickland will be out of gas. That pitcher ain't right. Good stuff, good stuff. There it is, baby. Heck yes. There it is indeed. 16 people watching. I now have 222 subs. 222 subs. Man, I really wish that I had started this channel years ago. It would have been really great for me to have this channel a long time ago. It's so funny that I didn't think about it until I started spending more time at home because of dealing with cancer and the inability to go and do other things. But man, it would have been so nice to have this channel going all the way through the last World Series run for the Astros. How awesome would that be? I'd probably have thousands of subscribers right now and might just be only doing this as my full-time work. I could have built a job, could have built a company based on this and sponsored my own business visa here in Japan. Diaz is at the plate, has 1 strike on him, and he hits the next pitch. A little ground ball over to shortstop, fires over to first to get the first out of the inning. I'm sorry, the second out. That's the second out of the inning. Oh, a fan barely got that ball. Look at this home run. It bounces up in the bullpen. Look at this guy right here. Bounces right into his hands. He misses it, and he gets it on the second attempt. Lucky. Caratini, the Batman, is at the plate. 0 for 2, rather. A fly out and a ground out today. First pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Outside. Ball 1. Count is now even. No runners on, 2 outs. Most RBIs versus the Angels this year. Jose Altuve and Alex Bregman are number 1 and number 2. That's funny. Caratini strikes 1 out to right field, but that's going to be playable for the right fielder. And that will do it for this inning. Caratini, the Batman, flies out. He's not able to lift it out into the stands. But the Astros are up 4-0. Look at this. Alex Bregman and Jose Altuve. There's Tucker, but look at this. Look at these guys. 2-0, 2-0. That's hilarious. Love it. Absolutely love it. I do hope that Bregman can just keep performing well all the way through the playoffs and stay with the Astros. I like Bregman being on the team. I think he's a good leader. Of course, his glove's excellent. But man, if he could just be a consistent hitter close to 300, that'd be just perfect. 20 people following along right now. Thank you so much for being here. Everyone who's been here since the beginning, everyone who's here now. 15 likes, just 5 shy of 20. If you have a moment, if you have a moment, please click the like on the channel. I'd appreciate that. Like this video. Jack Lopez, Mr. Perm, is coming up to the plate here in just a few moments to face Spencer Arrighetti. Arrighetti, through 5 innings, has thrown 58 pitches. That is excellent, guys. Absolutely excellent. He's averaging less than 12 pitches per inning. So that is very good. I like this little highlight. They're showing some information about Caratini, some highlights. Look how he bows right here to Kikuchi. That's cool. Caratini says this is the best team he's ever been on. I agree. It's the best team ever, period. Astros are the best. They are the greatest. And speaking of that, that pitch is right in there. Arrighetti on the mound again, facing Lopez. Strike 1. 0-1. Here comes the 60th pitch of the game for Arrighetti. 92, right in there. Strike 2. Man, that's cruising right there. 0-2 is the count. Here comes the 3rd pitch to Jack Lopez. Arrighetti fires it in there. Fouled. No, that's not foul. That's bounced over to first. Man, that's not going to be playable. That's going to be an infield hit. Yainer Diaz goes after that ball. Arrighetti tries to cover it first, but it turns into a debacle. So instead of running to first to play it first, Diaz decides to go after it. Arrighetti can't get to first in time to cover the base. It's going to be a base hit. Altuve could have charged to get that one, but as it stands, he's safe. Leadoff base runner with no outs. First pitch to Taylor Ward is fouled off for strike 1. That was a weird play. Just a weird play. Some of these plays are just so weird to call. What I'm seeing is just so weird. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Taylor Ward. This one's hit hard to left field, but Dubon is right there. A line drive out, no problem. Lopez scampers back to first. Dubon didn't even really have to move to get that one. One away. Arrighetti changes the ball here. Zach Neto comes to the plate. Neto. He's 0 for 2 today. And that is Neto. Here comes the first pitch to Neto. A little low and outside in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. I need to kind of update my preview screen there a little bit. That's a little too updated. Let me try that. Here comes the next pitch from Arrighetti. A little too far inside. Ball 2. That's better. Runner on first with 1 out. 2 balls, no strikes. Here in the top of the 6th. Here's the pitch to Neto. Arrighetti gets him swinging. I said Arrighetti him. Arrighetti him. He does. He gets the strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Arrighetti gets him. It's 4:45 here. Still dark outside. Runner. Does the runner go? Or did he fake a run? I thought he was running. He was just faking the run. Okay, he was just faking. But that's a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes. .67 pitches now for Arrighetti. Looking for the second out right here. A double play would be perfect. Here's the pitch. This one was hit foul off the right side. Count remains 2-2. Seattle up 2-0. Texans getting stomped. Maybe that's one of the reasons why Texans are playing right now. Maybe that's why that I've only got 15 people watching. Makes sense. Here's the pitch. 2-2 pitch. Fouled off. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count remains. Neto trying to hang in there, and Arrighetti trying to pick up another strikeout. The 70th pitch of the game is on the way from Arrighetti in just a moment. 4-0 Astros in the top of the 6th here. 1 out, 1 runner on. That one's in the dirt. Good stop by Caratini on a terrible pitch by Arrighetti. Look at that. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full up on Zach Neto. Arrighetti taking his time on this pitch. And here it comes. Hit hard to left field. That's gone. That's easily gone. That's going to be 2 runs for the Angels. Neto just cranks it right in the zone. 89 miles an hour into the Crawford boxes. Couldn't have been easier. That was a gimme. That's kind of crazy that Arrighetti took all that time to deliver that 3-2 pitch and just throws a gimme, a home run ball, straight in the zone. It couldn't have been a worse pitch, worse speed, worse placement. How do you do that? That ball didn't move at all. That was a cutter. But look how the ball doesn't move at all. Look at it. It just goes straight into the zone. No movement at all. 4-2 Astros. There goes the shutout for Arrighetti. The good news is that there are no base runners now. First pitch to the next batter. Drury is a strike. He did have a double in the 4th. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on the outside corner. That was the pitch you should have thrown to the last batter, my friend. Strike 2. Man, he wishes he could have that one back, and I do too. 0-2 with 1 out, no runners on. Here's the pitch. Hit hard to right field. Man, that one was hit hard, but foul. Dangerous. Count remains 0-2. Bottom of the 5th, the Mariners leading the Rangers 2-0 still. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Drury. This is grounded to Bregman. Easy hopper. He fires over to first. Out number 2. Five hits now for the Angels and 2 runs. That brings up Eric Wagaman, who's 0 for 2 today with a ground out and a fly out. 2 outs, no runners on. Here comes the pitch. In the dirt. Ball 1. Next pitch to Wagaman is on the way. Way outside. Ball 2. Arrighetti struggling with some control now. First ball in the dirt, second one way outside. Neither one of these anywhere near being competitive. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. This one's hit hard to the left side. Good catch by Bregman. He fires over to first to get the out. Excellent defensive play yet again by Alex Bregman. Look at that. A hard line one hopper to end the inning. Another excellent performance on defense by Bregman to get us out of the inning. But the Astros, courtesy of a home run, have their lead cut down by 2. 4-2. Going into the bottom of the 6th, Jeremy Pena is due up for the Astros, followed by Jason Hayward and Jake Myers. The Texans getting whooped. I'm interested to see what the score is. I don't follow the NFL because I gave up after the Oilers left. But I am interested to see what the score is against Minnesota. 31-7. Holy cow. Now, like I said, I'm not following. I guess I could show this to you guys if you want to see an update. I can show this to you on the screen if you want to see an update of the Texans game. I can show that to you. For those of you who are interested, it's in the 4th quarter with only 5 minutes left. This game is over. 31-7. The Vikings over the Texans. Man, what is going on? Where do they have the ball? In the middle of the field? The Vikings 4th and 5. It looks like they're going to punt the ball now. So at least they won't score again. But man, yeah, the Texans are definitely getting whooped that game. I'm sorry to hear that. I would like for the Texans to do well. But like I said, ever since the Oilers left, I just stopped watching NFL. I just don't care anymore. All right, back to the game. We've got a pitch to Jeremy Pena already. Ball 1. Low and inside. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Hunter Strickland still in the game for the Angels. That one's in the bottom of the zone for strike 1, 93 miles an hour. One and one to the Flash. Jeremy Pena. Here's the pitch. Oh, that was a good pitch to be hitting, but Pena couldn't hit it. Swing and a miss, strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes. Pena facing Mr. Strickland, and Mr. Strickland doesn't have the gas there, but Pena grounds it to third, and he's barely able to get thrown out there. Good play by the third baseman. Get that throw over there in time. Pena is not a slow runner by any means. So out number 1, Jason Hayward comes to the plate as Pena goes down. Strikeout and a ground out today for Hayward, but I felt like he was swinging the bat well, just hasn't made good contact to get a hit. Hopefully he can turn that around here. Here's the pitch. A little outside, ball 1. Good eye. Next pitch is coming in just a moment, and it's on the way. In the bottom of the zone, 83 miles an hour, strike 1. One ball, one strike with 1 out. Here's the pitch from Strickland, a little outside, 88 miles an hour. Ball 2. Good eye by Hayward so far. He hasn't had anything really hittable, even though there's 1 strike called. It was just barely in the bottom of the zone, a little low. Hector Neris is going in the bullpen for the Astros right now, actually. That one's low and inside. Another good take by Hayward. Ball 3, 3-1. Here's the 3-1 pitch from Strickland. And that was hit. Wow, that was ripped foul down the first base line. Man, that one would have been nice to straighten out a little bit. Look at that. Boom. Way too early. Count is full. 3-2. Come on, Hayward. Let's put a ball into that gap. Come on. Here's the next pitch. Hit hard down the first base line again. Another rip foul. Man, he really is putting the bat on the ball. He's just not straightening it out. Another 3-2 pitch on the way. Daylight in Minute Maid Park and nighttime here still. It's almost 5 in the morning, still dark outside. That pitch is fouled off again. Count remains 3-2. Here comes another full count pitch from Strickland. Fouled away. Not enough gas on that one, Mr. Strickland. I'll tell you what. Crowd doing the wave. Somebody was talking the other day about how they wish the crowd would stop doing the wave because it's distracting and it takes away from the game. What do you guys think about that? Here's a 3-2 pitch. Fouled off again. Man, how many fouls is that? Like 5 foul balls? Yeah, 5 in a row. We're going to have another 5. We're going to have another 3-2 count after 5 foul balls. That's low and inside. A long at bat for Hayward, but he earns the walk, man. Whew. Strickland is sweating like crazy right now. Take a look at him. He's sweating. Hayward gave him a good workout there. That's what I like to see. 10 pitches thrown just to Hayward. 1 out. Myers comes to the plate with a fly out and a line out. He hasn't done anything yet today, but you hold your horses. 84 miles an hour in the bottom of the zone, a little outside. Strike 1. Hayward on first with 1 out. The 0-1 pitch to Myers is on the way. This one's grounded to shortstop. It looks like a double play ball, and they're going to get it, no problem, and that will be it for the Astros in this inning. So Myers grounds out, a weak grounder to the shortstop. Nothing doing there. Astros still up 4-2, but come away with absolutely nothing after a long battle at the plate by Hayward. 34-7. I guess the Vikings got a field goal. Was that a long field goal, Richard? How long was that field goal? Because when I looked at it on the screen, let me go back and look at it here. Well, there we go. Oh, the Texans are moving the ball down the field now suddenly. Look at that. All the way down. 52 yards in 2.5 minutes. Where's the scoring here? 58. Yeah, I knew it must have been a long one. 58. You see that, guys, right there? 58-yard field goal for the Vikings. I thought they were going to punt the ball. But, man, they got a guy with a leg. 58 yards. Crazy. It would be nice for the Texans to score at least another one, you know, kind of the 2-minute drill thing. But a small consolation prize for losing a game like this. From my understanding, many people were saying that they thought that the Texans could definitely win this game. But, man, what a seemingly poor performance. I see that the Saints are losing by 3 with just 1 minute left in the fourth. I'm not a Saints fan, so I'm happy to see them lose. If they lose, I'm happy with that. Even though I like the Tigers, the LSU Tigers, I'm not a Saints fan. Don't like them. That's because I'm an Oilers guy, and the Oilers don't exist, so I just don't follow the NFL anymore. I just follow the Tigers during their season, follow the Astros, and sometimes I follow some national football teams, like national soccer teams. Neris is on the mound for the Astros. So they took Arrighetti out of the game. The very first pitch, he gives up a hit to right field. That's going to be a double. So as soon as Neris comes in, the very first pitch is a double down the line. Arrighetti was only at 78 pitches. I wonder why they went ahead and took him out. Interesting decision on the part of the coaches. Hoppy comes to the plate, swing and a miss on the very first pitch. I'm trying to update the picture on the screen to Hector Neris. This one's hit to right field for a hit. 2 hits in a row off Hector Neris in just a few pitches. Just like that. Runners on first and third with no outs. Kind of makes you wonder what in the world the coaches were thinking, pulling Spencer Arrighetti out in the 7th inning with just 78 pitches. Questionable. 7 hits now for the Angels, more than the Astros. Here is the pitch to Matt Thaiss with the runners on first and third. Nope. Pickoff move to first. Runner gets back, no problem. What do you guys think about that? Pulling out Arrighetti before the start of the 7th and putting in Neris. Check swing by Matt Thaiss. They say he went around. That'll be strike 1. Already they have Abreu warming up in the bullpen. Really do wonder about that. I feel like Arrighetti could have gone one more inning. High and outside, ball 1. The count is even. Come on, Neris. Buckle down, man. Buckle down. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Oh, no, that was a foul tip. Knocked off Caratini's glove. Look at that. Boom. Oh, he took his glove off to shake his hand. You can see here it hit his glove awkwardly. And he took his glove off to shake his hand out. Hope he's all right. That can hurt. Kind of tweak your wrist a little. High for ball 2. Matt Dice with a 2-2 count. Runners on the corners, no outs here in the top of the 7th. Neris already in a jam. Low and outside, but fouled off. Count remains 2-2. News from the game is that Jordan has a bruise on his right knee from sliding. Should be all right. Strike 3. Neris puts that one in there. 93 miles an hour, up and out. Swing and a miss by Dice. First out of the inning. Runners remain on first and third. 93 mile per hour four-seam fastball. Couldn't get around on that. If you put a fastball out there on the edge like that, you got to get around a little faster in order to get the barrel of the bat on the ball. It was a good pitch by Neris, well placed. Let's hope he can keep that control through the next 2 batters, unless there's a double play. Little meeting on the mound right here. Philip says, I love the Oilers, bro. Me too. Yeah, I miss the Oilers. I used to have a big Oiler flag. I wish I still had it. Do they have daylight savings time in Japan? No, they don't. Even in China, China's huge and they still don't have it. They should, but they don't. The time is always the same here, my friend. Here's the first pitch to Campero. Nope. Neris goes over to first with a pickoff move, but runner is back. Gustavo Campero's 0 for 2 today. He's in the box waiting for the first pitch from Hector Neris. Here it comes. That's way out of the zone. 93 miles an hour, ball 1. Not even competitive. Rangers are now up 5-0. I mean, the Mariners are up 5-0 over the Rangers. And that ball is up again. Another upstairs pitch by Neris. 2 really high pitches for 2 balls. 2-0 with 1 out, runners on the corners. Here comes the pitch. A little low. And the Astros just give up a run, or rather Neris gives up a run by balking. The umpire says that Neris balked. Runner's going to go home, and the other runner's going to go to second. Okay. 4-3 Astros. The run is cut to just 1. The lead is cut to 1 on Hector Neris balking. I want to take a look at that. Yeah, he balked. Nonsense. It looked like he came set and then he moved and then he pitched. So he balks in a run. Good job, Neris. Good job, coach, for bringing Neris in instead of leaving in Arrighetti for another inning. At least giving him a shot. Questionable coaching decision there. 3-0 now against Campero. He finally throws a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike. Neris seemingly doing everything he can to give away this lead. Holy cow, man. And it's not looking good with this pitch. Campero hits it to third. Bregman has to make a tough play over to first, but he's not able to get the ball there. Would have been better if Bregman had just held on to the ball, because Campero was not only safe at first, the runner was able to move over to third. So Bregman should have just held on to that ball there. There was just no way to get that ball over there, man. He should have held on to it, kept that runner at second. As soon as he threw it, the runner went to third. Espada finally comes out to the mound. He's going to have a chat with Neris. Is he going to take him out? Yes, he is. He's going to pull him out. He finally decides to pull Neris out. It's just not your inning, buddy. Seems like Brian Abreu is going to come in. The Astros nursing a 1-run lead with 1 out. Runners on the corners. Man. So Neris gives up some hits. Balks in a run. Why in the world did Espada pull Arrighetti out of the game before the 7th inning even started? He was only at 78 pitches. He could have let him go up to 90 and then made a decision. But instead, he immediately goes with Neris, who comes in and starts chipping away at the Astros' lead. I mean, what the heck? What the heck? Espada? What are you thinking, man? What are you thinking? But it looks like Brian Abreu is going to come in because that's who I saw warming up in the bullpen. I'm going to go ahead and change that. What in the world's going on? Speaking of what in the world's going on, let's see what's up in the chat. Saving him for the postseason. Seattle up 4-0. Yeah, I think it's 5-0 now, right? Sucks. Yeah, that's true. Would be nice to see some dependable relief pitchers. I'm tired of seeing the inconsistency when the Astros have a lead. I know they're going to give up a run here and there, but giving up the lead, come on. Abreu is on the mound for the Astros. The very first pitch is up and out to Nolan Schanuel. Ball 1. Runners on the corners with 1 out. Abreu with runners on the corners, gifted to him by Hector Neris. Here's the pitch. That one's hit hard to right center field. Hayward is over. Is it going to be down? Myers has it. It's going to score a run and tie up the game, though. Runner tags, rather. So Arrighetti is going to get a no decision, courtesy of Hector Neris. Both runners tag. Runner on first gets to second. 4-4. Angels tie it up. Taylor Ward comes to the plate. He's 0 for 9 in his career against Brian Abreu. First pitch is a swing and a miss. Runner goes to third. No throw. Are you kidding me? No throw to third. Runner gets third. Crazy. What in the world is going on? Runner on third now with 2 outs. Next pitch to Ward is outside for ball 1, 98 miles an hour. Count is even. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 97. High fastball. Couldn't get his bat on it. Good pitch by Abreu. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Come on, man. Shut it down right here. .98, about a foot above the zone. That evens the count, 2-2. 2 earned runs now for Hector Neris, giving up the lead, allowing this game to get tied. In the 7th inning, the top of the 7th, Astros have now given up 2 runs in back-to-back innings to the Angels. This one's hit into center field. Myers is over, and he makes the catch on the run for out number 3. So Abreu gets 2 back-to-back flyouts to center field to end the inning. But the damage is done thanks to Hector Neris not being able to lock it down for the Astros, and the game is tied up. Angels now leading the Astros at hits, 8-6. The game is tied 4-4. My God. Jose Altuve, he is 1 for 2 today with a home run. He comes to the plate in just a moment. We are in the 7th inning stretch right now, guys. Is Verlander on the playoff roster? Arrighetti. I can't imagine that Verlander would be on the playoff roster. Why would they have him on the playoff roster? That I definitely don't get. I mean, Philip, I don't know if you saw this article, but after Verlander's last performance, which was abysmal, okay, very abysmal, he actually was interviewed, and some of the things that he said, he literally admitted he thinks he came back too soon. He came back to pitch too soon from being on the injured list. And if you've got a pitcher struggling as badly as Verlander has been struggling, and you're knocking at the door of the playoffs, and he's admitting that he thinks he came back too soon, I seriously doubt that he would be in any playoff rotation. I think that we may have seen the last of Verlander, period, this year. But if he does pitch again, it's probably just going to be one regular season game, and then that's it. However, I would very much prefer to see that they do not bring him in. Or if they do, they only limit him to a couple of innings just to give him a workout. But I just feel like it's it for him. I definitely wouldn't want him in a pitching rotation in the playoffs. For sure, definitely not. Definitely not. Can't afford to have him in a wild card series, that's for sure. But in a playoff series, that like the ALDS or the World Series, holy cow, no, definitely not. Definitely not. 21 people watching now. How many likes do we have on the video? 17. I need 3 more to get to 20, guys. Please help me out by liking the video. I'd appreciate it very much. 5:17 in the morning. Still don't see any light outside just yet. We're just about ready to start the bottom of the 7th. Astros were down 5-1 in 2018 to the Angels, and in the bottom of the 8th scored 9 runs to win the game 10-5. You guys remember that? One of those big hits was an Altuve home run. 9 runs in the 8th inning for the Astros in 2018 against the Angels. How awesome would it be to see that again? Altuve comes to the plate. First pitch to him is on the way. 92 on the outside corner. John is in for the Angels. Next pitch is hit by Altuve to center field. Is it going to be playable? It is for the center fielder. He comes in and grabs it. Altuve flies out. That'll be the first out of the inning. Let's see. I think I've got this guy's picture in. Yeah, I do. I do have his picture. Zephyr John. Zephyr. I changed it to Zephyr. Zephyr John. I almost got it right. Such a strange name. There we go. 1 ball, 1 strike to Dubon. 1 out, no runners on. Here's the pitch. This is hit out to right field. Is it going to get into the crowd? And it hits the net. That'll be strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 to Vaughn. Dubon with a walk today. He's in for Alvarez, who went out after bruising his knee on a bad slide. Another one popped to the right side, but this one's going to be playable by the first baseman, Sean Noel. He puts it away, no problem. Out number 2. Astros not doing anything so far this inning. That brings up Kyle Tucker. I wonder if they'll walk him. You think they'll put him on deliberately and not pitch to him? Nice little solo home run would be excellent to retake the lead. Here comes the pitch to Kyle Tucker. 94 right in the top of the zone. Strike 1. Here comes the next pitch to Tucker. Swing and a miss. 89. Looks like he wasn't ready for that one. Came around too late. 0-2 is the count with 2 outs. Astros looked like they wanted to win a little bit in the 5th inning, but now looking like they just want to give up. That one's low. Ball 1. 91 miles an hour, almost in the dirt. One ball, 2 strikes to Kyle Tucker. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Check swing. Did he go? They say he did. He's going to run to first. They're going to throw him out. That was weird. That didn't even look like a full swing, but Tucker decides to run to first. He gets thrown out. That was weird. Out number 3. What a weak inning for the Astros at the plate. A completely forgettable inning. We're going to go to the top of the 8th of this game tied, guys. 4-4. Angels now leading in hits 8-6. Astros with 1 error. What's going on in the chat is probably a lot more interesting than what's going on in the game at the moment. Let's see here. Philip says, you remember the Astros giving up on Nolan Ryan? All-time Astro great is Jose Cruz. Jose Cruz. I remember Jose Cruz. Jose Cruz was awesome. My all-time favorite is Altuve, but when I was growing up, I remember the Big Bopper, Glenn Davis. Do you remember Glenn Davis, Philip? I used to collect all of his cards, all of his baseball cards I could get my hands on. It was really difficult to get his rookie card. It was difficult to find, not because he was like really famous or anything, but because, I mean, who's looking for a Glenn Davis rookie card? Not too many guys. But I finally got one, and I kept it on a plastic case to keep it safe. As far as Nolan Ryan, you know, sadly, the truth is that at some point you just can't do it anymore, you know. And to me, it's not even just about losing power, because if you look at Verlander, he's definitely been losing power. I remember them talking last year and the year before about him. He used to be a high 90s fastball pitcher, and then he became a mid-90s fastball pitcher, and then this year he's a low 90s fastball pitcher. He's dropped a lot in speed. It's not a big deal as long as you still have your control and your command over your pitches, but Verlander has lost that. Speaking of command and control, Abreu is now facing Zach Neto and puts that right on the inside corner for strike 1. 0-1 is the count here in the top of the 8th. Next pitch to Neto's outside. Abreu remaining on the mound for the Astros right now, and he's delivered 9 pitches so far. That is a ball outside. Next pitch is also low and outside. Ball 2, 2-1. Here comes the 2-1 pitch to Neto from Abreu. Strike 2. Nice pitch. 88. Right in the outside. Good pitch. 2-2. Abreu staring at the plate looking for that pitch. He's got what he wants. Here comes the 2-2. Neto swings hard, and that one goes into left field all the way back. Is it gone? It's gone. Back-to-back home runs for Zach Neto. Angels now have the lead. He cranks one out on Brian Abreu. Just barely into that same area where Altuve hit his home run. He sneaks it over just over the line there. Angels take the lead, guys. Brian Abreu gives up a home run. That was an 86-mile-per-hour slider in the bottom of the zone. That was not a bad pitch. Look at that. He just went down and got it. I think he was looking for that pitch. Astros fan tried to catch it, bounced off his hands. It's for the best. You don't need that ball. That brings up Brandon Drury to the plate. Astros suddenly are down 5-4 to the freaking Angels. They were up 4-0. Yeah, they did get 4-0 at one point. Then 4-2, and now they're down 5-4. Nonsense. 0-1 is the count to Brandon Drury. Goodness gracious, man, what is with these pitchers? I'm saying that the fault of this right now is on Joe Espada for pulling Arrighetti out of the game. I questioned that from the beginning, and I had a good right to do so. These relief pitchers are proving why. That one's fouled off for strike 1. Long delay there on that pitch. Oh, I'm sorry, that's strike 2. 0-2 is the count against Brandon Drury. The crowd is really quiet right now. I can't blame them. Things were going well for the Astros for a little while, 4-0, then 4-2, then 4-4, and now 5-4. BS. Here's the pitch. This is grounded to Pena. He picks it up, fires over to first, routine ground out. One away. Interestingly enough, Abreu and Hader have more than 100 strikeouts this year. First time in Astros history for two bullpen pitchers to have 100 strikeouts each in a season for the Astros. This is hitting to right field. Hayward is over. Makes the catch, out number 2. Eric Wagaman retired on 1 pitch. Mickey Moniak coming to the plate for the Angels. 5 batters down, but no strikeouts yet for Abreu. This one's fouled off to the left side over into the crowd, third base area. Strike 1. Next pitch from Abreu is on the way. Strike 2. Swing and a miss. Half-hearted claps from the crowd. They're really deflated right now. 0-2. Where's the noise? Make some freaking noise. 2 outs, 2 strikes. Come on. Here's the pitch. This is popped way up. Shallow left field. Dubon is under it, and he puts it away for out number 3. Well, despite the solo home run, or in spite of the solo home run, Abreu has an otherwise quiet inning. But man, gives up the lead with 1 swing of the bat from Ohapi, who has 2 freaking home runs this game. No, is that Neto? It's Neto, not O'Hoppe. I was giving O'Hoppe credit for something he didn't even do. 9 hits now for the Angels, 5 runs. They're leading the Astros 5-4. Complete nonsense. Hit a home run off Doc Gooden. Let's go Astros. Yes, please, let's go Astros. Let's do something. Would you sign him for 2 years, $35 million, bro? I would. 2 years, $35 million. Which player? Philip, which player are you talking about? Let him pitch. The Hayward signing is genius as GM. Well, I think that the signing of Hayward is a really good chance. It's unclear yet exactly how well it's going to pan out, but I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. I liked it when it happened, so I'm hopeful. Just 18 likes on the channel, but only 20 watching. The ratio is not bad, but if you haven't liked the video, please do that right now. Get me to 20. I'd really much appreciate it. I believe that the Texans game is over. There's no reason. Yep, the final of the Texans game is 34-7. The Vikings win that game. So for those of you who are sad about the Texans, bring your love over here to the Astros game and help them get the lead back. Going into the bottom of the 8th. Bregman is at the plate, takes the first pitch for strike 1, 92 miles an hour on the inside. 0-1 is the count. Here comes a pitch to Bregman. Bregman almost fouls that one for an out, but it goes out of play, luckily. Don't pop out, Bregman. Come on. Buckle down, man. He does have a home run his last at bat. Let's see if he can straighten something out here. Come on, Bregman. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Way high, man. 99. That was a good 3 feet out of the zone. I don't know how the catcher caught that one. It almost got away. Guys, can you believe that the Rangers just tied up the game with the Mariners? Big comeback by the Mariners. 98 miles an hour above the zone there. Ball 2 on Bregman. 2-2 is the count. Hader is warming up the bullpen for the Astros. Here's the pitch to Bregman. Bregman fouls that one away right in the zone to stay alive. Yeah, check it out. I'll show you this. How you like that, guys? 5-5. The Rangers tied it up. Here comes the pitch to Bregman. It's hit up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. Leadoff base hit by Alex Bregman. A line drive right up the middle. He finally gets himself a hit. And the Astros have a leadoff runner with a nice solid strike by Bregman. Tiger power, baby. There we go. Good solid swing with his eye on the ball there. Came down to get it. Just a good swing by Bregman. Diaz is at the plate, and he hits one into right field. That's going to be down, and Bregman's going to go to third. It's not handled correctly. Bregman's going to be waved around. Is he going to make it? Play at the plate. He's safe. Astros tie it up. Bobbled in the right field, and Bregman just booked it all the way around to score. Astros tie this game up at 5. How do you like that? Big hit for Yainer Diaz. Opposite field. Campero tried to slide and get that ball and couldn't handle it well. They started waving Bregman around early. As soon as he saw that, Pettis was like, go, 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 man. He had him going the whole time. Look at this. As Bregman comes around, he's just waving him. Look at him right here. Go, 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 go. How do you like that? Diaz at second base with no outs. Caratini comes to the plate. The Batman is up. The Batman is up with no outs. Runner on second. Guys, that's 50 hits. 50 multi-hits 50 multi-hits for Yainer Diaz this year. He's the third Astro to do that. Caratini chops this one down the first baseline, moves Yainer over to third. The winning run is at third. Didn't have to bunt the ball, just tapped it over. The Batman does the job to move Yainer over. 1 out with Jeremy Pena at the plate, guys. This game is tied up. Astros have a 60% average scoring runners on third with less than 2 outs. But guess what? They're going to walk Pena. They're not going to let Pena bat. They're going to put him on first. Check this out. So they're going to intentionally walk Pena and then make a pitching change. So they're putting Pena on first to get to Hayward, and they're going to bring in a pitching change. I mean, yeah, they're going to bring in another pitcher. Very interesting. Runners on the corners for the Astros with 1 out. And they're taking Zephyr out of the game. Amazing stuff right now. Oh, you're talking about Verlander, Philip. 2 years at $35 million? No, I wouldn't. I'm not really sure why would you sign Verlander for 2 more years at $35 million? There's no way I would do that. Just can't. For much less, I would consider it, but not for $35 million. Everyone picks on the Astros, but have been a fan for 44 years now. Go Astros, and I subbed to you yesterday after finding you. Great job. Couch, nice to have you. Thank you for being here. I'm 49. I've been an Astros fan for about as long. I would say ever since I was old enough to watch baseball and care, I've been an Astros fan. When I was a kid, I was born in Louisiana, but when I was a baby, I wasn't even 1 year old yet. I think when my parents moved to Houston, my mom and all of her family are from Houston. So my early childhood was spent in Houston. I went to elementary school there, and I started playing Little League in Houston. My first team was called the Grasshoppers, actually. All of the teams there, all of the T-ball teams had insect names. And our team colors were green and white, obviously green, because of the Grasshoppers. But we went undefeated. We just destroyed everybody. I played third base just like Alex Bregman does. I'm sure my skills were just as good in T-ball at third base as Alex Bregman is now, right? But because of that, I just always liked Houston teams. I've always followed them. Even when we moved back to Louisiana, I've always liked Houston teams. The only Louisiana team that I like is the LSU Tigers football team. But I don't like the Saints. I was an Oilers guy. I wish the Texans the best, but I don't really follow them. I hope they win and do well, but I don't follow. I just don't care about NFL anymore. Hayward is at the plate. He's going to be facing Brock Burke, guys. Oh, no, Shea Whitcomb is in. They bring in a pinch hitter for Hayward. Shea Whitcomb fouls the first pitch off, so the Astros decide to switch to a right-handed batter. Shea Whitcomb hasn't been in the game for a while, but he's batting .308 against right-handed pitchers. Yeah, he hasn't batted since the 8th of this month. It's been 2 weeks since he's had an at-bat. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Whitcomb. Way outside, ball 1. The count is even. The Astros have runners on the corners with 1 out. Whitcomb is at the plate with a 1-1 count facing Brock Burke. Here's the pitch to Burke. This was hit hard. Whitcomb comes through with a hit. It's down. The Astros take the lead. Diaz goes home easily. Whitcomb pulls through, guys. He comes through with a pinch hit for Jason Hayward. Astros 6-5 retake the lead. How do you like that? Astros with runners on first and second. 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th, scoring 2 more runs to retake this lead. This is his first major league hit against a left-handed batter, guys. That next pitch by Myers. Myers grounds into another freaking double play just like that. The very first pitch. But at least the Astros get the lead. My gosh, Shea Whitcomb with the clutch hit. How do you like that? Astros up 6-5 going into the top of the ninth. They get the lead back. Holy cow, what a game. The Astros trying to grow the tumor on my kidney. I swear. I sometimes wonder if this stress is good for me. 9 hits for the Astros, 9 hits for the Angels. Astros with a 1-run lead going into the top of the ninth. Can they hold on? It looks like Hader is going to be in the game for the Astros. They had him warming up in the bullpen. I will go ahead and bring his picture in and change the name on the screen, and then I'll try to check and see what's going on with the chat before this inning gets going. Let me try to get that straightened up a little bit. That's better. Okay, guys. What's up in the chat right now? Hustle and flow. Let's go, Delaney. Yes, that's right. Let's go. Scared. Don't be scared. Be confident. Couch. I'm 54. Just a little older than me. About 5 years. Let's go, Astros. Gilbert says, absolutely. Let's see some fire, man. That was a good inning for them to retake the lead. Now that we just need to shut it down in the top of the ninth. I played at Bayland Park. Good times. Do you know North Shore? I went to North Shore Elementary when I was a wee lad. First pitch from Hader is a swing and foul ball by Logan O'Hoppe. Oh, and 1 is the count. Here comes the next pitch from Hader. Another foul ball, 95 up in the zone, strike 2. Hader getting ahead in the count here. Let's see if he can sneak one by him for the strikeout. Whew. Man, crazy game. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Little high and outside, 96 miles an hour, ball 1. It's not even 6 in the morning here. I can't go have breakfast until 8. Local cafe has just like a $3.50 breakfast, but they don't open till 8. So I've got 2 more hours. Can I go back to sleep? I don't know. Another foul ball by O'Hoppe. Count remains 0-2. Oh, I'm sorry, 1-2. My bad. Here comes a 1-2 pitch from Hader. Ooh, in the bottom of the zone, strike 3. Oh, no. They say he didn't swing. Did you see that? Yeah, Verlander. Look at Verlander's response in the dugout. He's shocked. That's funny. Look at this. He's like, what? Oh, my God. Yeah, at first, the umpire seemed like he was going to call a swing on that. Or a strike. He stepped back like he was going to call a strike. But then didn't. He decided instead to point to the first base umpire, who called him safe on a check swing. And now O'Hoppe walks. So we have a base runner, a leadoff base runner. That's no good. Hader with a full count walk. Well, with that walk, Hader has allowed the first of the game. That's the first walk allowed by the Astros this game. And Hader does it in the freaking top of the ninth. No outs, runner on first. Kevin Pillar comes to the plate. Here comes the first pitch. A little low, but called strike one. 85 miles an hour. 0-1 is the count. Here's the next pitch. Fouled back. 96 in the bottom of the zone. 96 miles an hour. Strike two. It's interesting because earlier the umpire called a ball on a pitch to O'Hoppe that could have been another strike. And it was actually a better call than that strike. The one before that foul ball. 0-2 is the count against Pillar. Here's a pitch. High fastball. Fouled back. Count remains 0-2. Umpire is causing some unnecessary drama right now in this game. Mariners series starts tomorrow, guys. Here's the next pitch, and that was hit hard to left field. That's going to be down all the way to the wall in left field. It's just barely cut off by Dubon. That one's hit way out there. Runner does stop at second, though, because Dubon gets over there quick enough to cut it off. Runner stops at second, but we have runners on first and second with no outs. So Hader gives up the walk and then the deep hit to left field. Man, if Dubon had not been able to get over there quick enough, that would have put the runner on third. Gustavo, it comes to the plate. Makes you wonder if the Astros are going to be looking for the bunt here. Campero is 1 for 3 today. Here's the first pitch from Hader. He does show bunt. He misses it. And that'd be a strike. I don't know why the umpire went to first base. Look at this, okay? Gustavo tries to bunt it, and the umpire points to first. Why? He tried to bunt it. That's called a strike, you goober. 0-1. Why do you need to go to the first base to see if that's a strike? He bunts this one in the air, and Hader gets it. Diaz came over, and there was some confusion there about who was going to catch that. Luckily, Hader is able to grab it. Man, that was scary. That could have been messed up. Pop-up bunt by Campero. Yiner and Hader combating for it, but Hader grabs it. Look how close this was. Man, that could have been a disaster. Runners remain at first and second. That's going to be hit into center field. The next batter is Nolan Chanuel. Very short single, and that's loaded the bases. Runners all around. Loaded bases, guys. Loaded freaking bases for the Angels with 1 out against Hader. Hader and Neris have just been loading up the bases today. What in the world is going on with the Astros relievers? Can we just not keep a lead? Come on. We need a double play ball so bad right now. Taylor Ward comes to the plate. He's 0 for 3 in his career against Hader with 2 strikeouts. Here comes the pitch. That one's low for ball 1. What in the world is going on? Here comes the 1-0 pitch from Hader. That one's in the dirt. Luckily blocked by Caratini. Whew, man, that was dangerous. Wild pitch by Hader. Runners first, second, and third with 1 out. 2 balls, no strikes to Taylor Ward. Hader takes a moment off the mound. He steps off the rubber to rub the ball up. Man. Astros bats trying to win the game. Astros pitchers trying to give it away. At least the relievers. Here's the pitch. Fouled back. Strike one. Finally a strike. 97 up in the zone. Brian King is warming up in the bullpen right now for the Astros. Whew. 17 pitches now for Hader. 2 balls, 1 strike to Ward. Here's the pitch. Too far inside, ball 3. That wasn't close enough. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Here's the pitch to Ward. That's right in there for strike 2. 96 right in the low part of the zone. Good pitch by Hader. Let's see if he can keep it up. Here comes the next pitch, fouled off by Ward. 97 right in the zone. Three balls, 2 strikes, guys. Full count with 1 out, bases loaded. Taylor Ward at the plate facing Josh Hader. Hader steps off the mound, resets the pitch clock. Taylor Ward steps out of the box now that Hader's ready. Ward is not. Now he's back in the box. Hader's back on the rubber. Crowd is cheering a little bit. Here's the pitch. That's in the dirt. Ball 4. This game is tied. Five to 5. Bases loaded. This game is tied. The Astros give up the lead again, or should I say Hader does. I almost feel like I'm done with this game. I'm done. These relief pitchers, man. Hector Neris and now Josh Hader. What the heck, man? What the heck? Neto comes to the plate. He's got 2 home runs, and he grounds this one down. That's going to be it. The Astros just gave up the lead. Very first pitch to the guy that has 2 home runs. He hits it down third baseline, right past Pregame, way out to the wall, and now the Astros are down 9-6. A base-clearing double for the Angels. No kidding. All the way out to the wall. Thanks, Hader. Astros are down 9-6. This game is probably over, guys. Yep, and Hader's being pulled out. Easy to see why. I don't even want to show those highlights, but right down the line, unfortunate that Bregman couldn't get that ball. If he had been able to get it, could have been a potential double play. But as it stands, that's 3 runs for the Angels and a 9-6 lead. Hader has given up 4 runs this inning. The Astros break down just like that. Hader ain't getting no nookie tonight, that's for sure. Not pitching like that. No easy wins this late in the season. Never say never. North Shore Girls is most my baby mom. Really? That's funny. It's almost 5 in Central Kentucky. Yeah, it's almost 6 a.m. right now. Man, I am disappointed. I am so disappointed. I could not be more disappointed in the Astros relief pitchers. They destroyed the Astros' chances in this game, or they're just making it impossible. If you want to look at the runs that the Angels have scored, Arrighetti pitched 6 innings. Okay? He only gave up 2 runs in the 6th inning. First through the 5th, 0. For some reason, Espada decided to pull Arrighetti out of the game and didn't even give him a chance to pitch in the 7th inning. He was at 78 pitches. Hector Neris came in, gave up 2 runs. And that caused the game to be tied 4-4. In the 7th inning, Astros gave up 2 more runs. In the 8th inning, the Astros gave up another run. In the 4th inning, 4 runs. So check this out. In the 6th, the 7th, the 8th, and the 9th, just in the last 4 innings, the Angels have scored 9 runs. And 7 of those runs have been on the relief pitchers. 7 of those runs. Brian King is now on the mound for the Astros. Hader's day is done. First pitch is fouled away. Tom Selleck comes in the game for the Astros. Magnum PI. And that's a strike. 2 strikes. Astros always have the ability to come back, but I'm just not feeling it right now. I'm having some heartburn thanks to the Astros. Brandon Drury at the plate. 1 for 4, but 0-2 right now is the count. Swing and a miss. Beautiful pitch by King. What a big, what was that, a sweeper? Beautiful pitch. Strike 3. He gets the strikeout. He does something that Hader couldn't do. Very first batter, strikeout. Man. Look at that look on Hader's face. It says it all. First pitch to Wagaman. Little out of the zone for ball 1. Little low and away. Here comes the next pitch from King. This one's grounded to Pena. He has to fire on a running throw to first, and he gets it. Beautiful play by Pena to end the inning. How do you like that to end the inning? A small ray of sunshine in a completely terrible inning. But at least the inning is over. Look at this beautiful play by Pena. Maybe a little something to help get our minds off of that terrible inning. So the Astros are coming up in the bottom of the 9th, down by 3, losing 9-6 to the freaking Angels. They had this in the bag. They had this sweep in the bag, and now they're down by 3. Last chance coming up, guys. Last chance coming up. 25 people watching right now. Thank you very much for being here. I did get to 20 likes. I appreciate that. Usually Hader is show closer. Yeah, well, Hader has been really good overall this year. But sometimes he has a breakdown at the most inopportune times. Gives up, the big hits or the long ball or a complete breakdown like he did this inning. It just happens sometimes. It happens to everybody, but man, my gosh. If you couple that with the terrible coaching decisions to pull Arrighetti out and bring in Neris so early, I mean, you have to wonder. You have to wonder about that, how things would have played out differently if Arrighetti had stayed in the game. Why do they do this? It's a good question. Philip says, have a good night, brother. Let's cook food. I'm going to eat breakfast in about 2 hours. I'm going to go to the cafe and get my $3 breakfast. It's 500 yen. It's about $3.50. It's all I can afford right now. But the good thing is I can sit there for several hours and I can enjoy the drink bar and do my studies for my tests this week. I've got Japanese tests starting tomorrow. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I've got nothing but tests at school. Kanji tests, writing tests, vocabulary tests, speaking tests, listening tests, dictation tests. All that garbage, grammar, I'm going to do terribly, I know, but I'm going to try to do some study today at the cafe. Study today at the cafe. Jose Altuve comes to the plate. He does have a home run today. Here's the first pitch to him. Man, he crushes that one out to left field, but it's foul. He swung way too early. Look at this hit by Altuve. Just boom, he launched on it. He even stood there and watched it. Maybe he was worried about hurting somebody. Altuve scored twice today. He has a walk and a homer. That pitch is high and inside. Ball 1. One ball, one strike. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Altuve. That one's another one high and inside. Back-to-back high and inside pitches. Jose Quijada is on the mound for the Angels. Excuse me. 2 balls, 1 strike. That one's right in the low inside part of the zone, just barely. Strike 2. Counts even. Come on, Altuve. If we're going to have a rally, we need you to start it. That's for sure. Here comes the pitch. He hits this one into center field. It looks like it's going to be playable, and it is. That's a fly out to the center fielder. So Altuve goes down. Gave it a nice drive, but straight to the center fielder. So nothing doing there for the Astros so far. 1 down. 2 outs away from losing this game. A very disappointing game. Dubon had a walk in the 5th inning, and he was able to score. No hits yet for him today. Here's the first pitch. That's high. Ball 1. 92 miles an hour. Here comes the next pitch. High and outside. Ball 2. Tucker is due up after Dubon. It'd be really great if we could get him on the base right here. That one's in there for a strike. 93 in the bottom of the zone. 2-1. We need 3 runs to tie this up. Extra innings would be fine with me today. I have some extra time before I get to go to the cafe for breakfast. Foul tip in the glove of the catcher. Strike 2 on Dubon. Come on, Dubon, you can do this. You can do it. You can do it. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Long delay by Quijada. Here's the delivery. Fouled off. 95 in the top of the zone. Dubon stays alive. I don't think I have Quijada's picture in my folder, so I can't really update him, I think. Next pitch is in there. The umpire says that's good. Strikeout. Out number 2. Dubon goes down right on the inside corner there. Yeah, I don't have Quijada in this folder, but I'm not going to bother. This game's almost over. 2 outs, no runners on for Kyle Tucker, who comes to the plate. 2 for 7 in his career versus Quijada. First pitch he swings and fouls back. 95, strike 1. Guys, if you're interested, you can stick around. I'm going to do a really quick summary, a super fast summary of the scoring in this game. Next pitch is inside, ball 1 on Tucker, 1-1. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on him because the Astros didn't win, so I don't care too much. And I'll give you a quick preview of the next game. And we'll take a look at the standings to see where the Astros are at. Check swing strike on Tucker. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 strike away from this game being done. Astros lying down here. Not doing anything so far in the 9th. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fouled away, 95 miles an hour. Count remains 1-2. Here comes the next pitch to Kyle Tucker. Little outside. Well, that one just barely missed. That would have been a strike yesterday for sure. 2-2. The count is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch to Tucker. Half swing, check, foul ball. Count remains 2-2. It is nice to see that there's still a decent amount of people in the crowd. They haven't given up yet. Not completely. They're still out there. But they're just not very loud. That was a fight the ball off kind of swing. Half swing. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. High and inside, ball 3. 3-2. So Tucker is working the count. Yainer Diaz is on deck. Is he going to get a chance to bat? Let's see. Here comes the pitch to Tucker. High and inside, ball 4. So the Astros do get a base runner. Yainer Diaz comes to the plate. Oh, I'm sorry. Not Yainer Diaz, Bregman. Yainer's in the hole. My bad. I was looking at the wrong batter. Coach is going to come out and have a little chit-chat. Big news for the Astros, guys. Mariners were just walked off by the Rangers. The Rangers won. So the Astros might lose this game, but they're not going to lose any ground because the Rangers just walked it off against the Mariners. 6-5. Wow, they were down 5-0 and they came back to win 6-5. So, well, there's a little silver lining on that dark cloud for today. Less pressure on the Astros, but it still would be great to see them come back. Alex Bregman at the plate. Here's the first pitch from Quijada. Just a little outside, but called strike. That was close. Oh, 0-1 against Bregman. Here comes the pitch. Oh, inside. Did he get him? Almost got him on the arm there. Ball 1, 1-1. Tucker on first with 2 outs. Astros down by 3. It is the top of the 9th, guys. Here's a 1-1 pitch to Bregman. Another one just on the outside corner, taken for strike 2. Bregman's not liking it, but man, those pitches are close. It's the bottom of the 9th. They're going to have to figure out a way to make it work. Here's the pitch. High and outside, ball 2. The count's even. Come on, Bregman. Let's see some more Tiger power. Here comes the pitch to Bregman. And this is hit up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. Alex Bregman with a single to center field. Tucker to second. Bregman to first. Now the Astros have 2 runners on with 2 outs. The tying run comes to the plate. Yainer Diaz with an opportunity to move some runners around. How crazy would it be for the Astros to come back right here? A big hit from Yainer would be amazing. He's batting .360 after the 7th inning, or from the 7th inning this season. Here's the pitch. Way and outside. Way up and outside, rather. Ball 1. Here comes the next pitch to Diaz. Up and outside, but a swing and a miss by Yainer. He didn't have to go after that one. That would have been ball 2. 1-1 is the count. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Diaz. Come on, Diaz. Don't let us down. Way up high. Almost a wild pitch. Catcher's able to grab that one barely. 2 balls and 1 strike. Man, this game is so nerve-wracking. Come on, Yiner. Here's the pitch. Oh, right in the zone, but fouled off. 94 miles an hour. Couldn't quite get a solid strike on it. Count is 2-2. Here comes the next pitch to Yiner. Two and two pitch. This one's fouled to the right side, out of play again. Count remains 2-2. Uh-oh. Looks like we have some action. Yiner hits it to right center. It's going to be down. The center fielder can't handle the ball. A run is going to score. Tucker all the way around to score. The Astros get a run. With the tying run, the tying runs are on base. The winning run comes to the plate. Yiner Diaz muscles that one out into right center field. Good hit by Yiner. Right in the zone. He moves the runner around, moves the runners around. We have runners on the corners, just down by 2. 2 outs, runners on the corners. The Batman, Victor Caratini, is at the plate. Nice swing, but no contact. 96 miles an hour in the top of the zone. Astros down 9-7. Come on now, Caratini. Here's the pitch to Caratini. It's another base hit. It's going to be down into center field, and the center fielder bobbles it again. Bregman will score. Diaz gets to third. Once again, runners on the corners, guys. The Batman comes through. 9-8. Astros are within 1 with runners on the corners. Bregman scores. Caratini, the Batman, comes through. The Astros are mounting a comeback here. And it looks like Quijada is done for this game. They are pulling him out. Nice swing by the Batman. And the center fielder has bobbled 2 hits in a row that were not hard to field. How do you like that? The Angels are making a pitching change. Wow. Just like that, the Astros are within 1 run. We might have extra innings after all. I'm okay with that, guys. I'm okay with that. Today, I'm okay with it. I need to burn a little more time before I go to the cafe. It doesn't open for an hour and 45 minutes. So, a little more baseball. Come on, Astros. Come on. I know that the Texans lost pretty bad today, so the Astros winning this game would matter a lot. Wouldn't it? Would it not? 30 people watching, 22 likes. Can you give me some more? Neris, 2-year contract. Hater 5. Everyone has a bad day, but wow, so disappointing. You're absolutely right. Feels like the relievers just ate a big meal and lazily out for Sunday neighborhood ball game. Yeah. It's exactly what it feels like. Eating a meatloaf tonight with mashed potatoes, bro. I think, Philip, that's what the relievers did right before they went on the mound, just like Charles said. I think the relievers had a big meatloaf with mashed potatoes and then went on the mound and just weren't ready. Only team to win teams. Let's go, Astros. Let's go. Man, how nice would it be for them to get this win, because the Rangers came back and won. If the Astros could get this game, it would change the magic number to 1. How great would that be? And I really want the Astros to get this game for several reasons. I really hope that they can get to 90 wins. It's my hope. my goal for them, to get to 90 wins. 9-8 with 2 outs and runners on the corners. The game is not over yet. A walk-off would be perfect. How great would it be to have a walk-off? Okay, so who's on the mound for the Angels? Geaux Zuniga. Geaux Zuniga. I'm pretty sure that I have his picture. Yep, I do. So I'll put his picture in. Geaux Zuniga. There we go. It's updated. Boom. Jeremy Pena comes to the plate, guys, with runners on the corners, 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth. The bottom of the ninth. Here we go. Here's the first pitch from Zuniga. Right in there. Strike one. 94 miles an hour. This is a 2-out rally, guys. Here comes the next pitch to Pena. This one's fouled off by Pena. Now he's down 0-2. Man. Whew. Oh, 2 to Pena. We need one more run to tie it up. 2 more runs to walk it off. Here comes the pitch to Pena. 0-2. Way outside. Ball 1. Looks like John Singleton is going to be pinch hitting. He's on deck if it gets to him. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Pena. Here comes the pitch. That's in the dirt. Wild pitch. Almost got past the catcher. O'Hoppe finds a way to stop it. Saves a run from scoring there. Man, whew, that would have been nice with a wild pitch. Two balls, 2 strikes to Pena. Here comes the pitch. Strike 3. That's it. The game's over. Just like that. Man, they give it a try. The Astros give it a try, but ultimately Pena strikes out on a half swing. Look at this. Astros remain where they are. The magic number still is 2, but the Astros don't get the sweep. They lose a disappointing game. Despite scoring 8 runs against the Angels, they give up 9 freaking runs. 7 of those by the stinking relief pitchers. The Astros relief pitchers let them down again. All they had to do was just limit them. If each relief pitcher had just given up 1 run, the Astros would have won this game. Think about how crazy that is. Arrighetti gave up 2. In the 7th, the 8th, and the 9th, if they had just given up 3, that would have been 5 runs, and the Astros would have won this game 8-5. All they had to do was just limit the damage to 1 run each, and they couldn't even do that. Hader, man. Hader was the worst. He gave up 4. Neris gave up 2. I still don't understand why Espada even brought Neris into the game, considering the fact that Arrighetti had only 78 pitches. He could have gone another inning. Questionable decisions by the coach there. Astros would have won this game, I think, if they had left him in. But that's it. This game is over. I will give you a quick summary because I don't really care too much about this game. It's annoying. It's too annoying. But here's a quick summary. In the bottom of the 3rd, the Astros scored. Bregman hit a sacrifice fly, 1-0 Astros. In the bottom of the 5th, Altuve homered, 2-0 Astros. Bregman homered to right center, scoring Dubon, 4-0 Astros. In the top of the 6th, Neto homered to left, scoring Lopez, 4-2 Astros. In the top of the 7th, the Angels scored again when Moniak scored on a balk by Neris, 4-3 Astros. Shanhua hit a sacrifice fly to center field, scoring O'Hoppe, 4-4. That would tie the game. In the top of the 8th, Neto homered to center again, 5-4, giving the Angels the first lead of the game. In the bottom of the 8th, Diaz doubled to right, scoring Bregman, tying up the game 5-5. Whitcomb came up with a clutch hit to center field, scoring Diaz, giving the Astros the lead back in the bottom of the 8th. But that's when it all broke down, courtesy of Josh Hader. Hader basically started putting people on base and then walked in a run, tying up the game 6-6. After that, Neto doubled to left, scoring all 3 runners on base. He cleared the bases. Angels up 9-6. The Astros came back with a 2-out rally to score a couple of runs in the 9th, but it wasn't enough. Diaz singled to center, scoring Tucker. 9-7, Astros down. Caratini singled to center, scoring Bregman. 9-8, Angels. But then after that, Pena would strike out to end the inning and the rally. The Astros lose in a majorly disappointing fashion, 9-8 to the freaking Los Angeles Angels. That was one of the worst games I think I've ever seen, and it was simply because of, once again, the breakdown of the Astros relief pitchers. Complete disappointment of all the relief pitchers. Every single relief pitcher just really sucked today. Well, except for Brian King. Brian King came in for a short time, and he did fine. But everybody else sucked. All of the high-profile pitchers in the Astros roster sucked. Brian King, the low man on the totem pole, was the only one to come in and do a good job. Now, about the Astros' next game. Tomorrow they're starting their series with the Mariners. And as you can see here, if I can scroll down far enough, where is it? It's going to be at Minute Maid Park. So this is a home series versus the Mariners, a 3-game series. Hunter Brown is scheduled to start, as you can see here. He's going to be facing Bryce Miller. Both are 11-8. ERAs are not too far apart. Miller has been doing really well this year. If you look at his innings pitched and the hits, that's excellent. 129 hits and 173 innings. 166 strikeouts. Only 43 walks. This guy is a good pitcher. The Astros are going to have to be hot. Their bats are going to have to stay hot to hit this guy. Hopefully they can. If Brown can keep the Mariners down, which he should be able to, all the Astros need to do is score a few runs and win this game. So hopefully they'll take Game 1. Game 1 tomorrow is at 9 o'clock, guys, and that means I won't be here because tomorrow is Tuesday for me, and I will be at the school from 9 until 12:30 taking tests. It's going to be the same for me all week. So let me check the schedule, and I'll let you know when I will be here. If we look at the Astros' full schedule, if we go down here, okay, you can see right here, all right? So as you see right here, the Astros play Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, which for you guys, if you're in the U.S., are Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I'm a day ahead because I'm in Japan. So Game 1 and Game 2 against Seattle, unfortunately, I can't do those games. I'm going to be at school taking tests. But I will be able to get up and do this game Thursday, or rather, for you guys, if you're in the U.S., Wednesday. It's at 3 o'clock in the morning for me. Whew. But I'll definitely be able to do it. Man, it sucks to get up at like 2:30 like I did today and call games like this, and then the Astros lose, especially after coming so close. Leading the game, giving up the lead, then almost coming back and losing it. I swear. But if I'm not mistaken, all of the Astros' remaining games I'll be able to call. Because if you take a look at this, the Astros are going to be off on Friday for me. And that means Saturday and Sunday I'll be able to call these games with Cleveland. Monday, I believe that I'm out of class. I think that I don't have any class on Monday because our semester is basically over. So I believe that I can call this game. It is at 4 o'clock in the morning, so that makes it doable. So just to let you know now, I'm not calling Game 1 and Game 2 for the Mariners-Astros games. I can't. But Game 3 and the entire Cleveland series I'm going to call. So I'll get those 4 games in a row. I hope you guys can join me for that. Let's take a quick look at the standings right quick. I think it will be just faster for me to click on the... Oh, there it is. Okay, I can click on this and then the standings. There we go. So here are the Stros right over here. 85 and 71. Mariners are 80 and 76. You can see that we've not eliminated them from contention yet. We've still got the 5-game lead. I think we need 2 more games of a combination of either Astros have a win or the Mariners have a loss. Any of those combinations. Excuse me. Any of those combinations over the next couple of games will clinch the division and clinch the playoff berth for the Astros, and that'll be it. So Astros are knocking at the door, just need to finish it off. And let's take a quick look at the live chat before we wrap it up. Exactly why. Gilbert says, thank you. No, thank you. Thank you for being here. We live in a bizarro world. That's true, Philip. That's true. Peace, brother. Peace to you, too. Thank you for being here. I'll be checking in on these games the next couple of days. Maybe post some information as I can during my breaks at school. So I will see you guys through the community chat, community posts. But until then, all I can say is sorry about today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the support. And Geaux Stros. See you guys again soon. Bye-bye.